than we were last week.
We'll see how it goes. I might need to get rowdy. Alright, looks like we're good. Looks like the mic's on.
I like that.
Y'all hear us? Shout if you hear us. Oh, I'm not even wearing a fucking games shirt either. Neither are you.
I will. I'm gonna go see that.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm not even wearing a fucking... Yeah, okay. Our audio's good.
Alright, BT dubs, if you want to take a controller off of here, push down so they pop up. Otherwise, you pull it off the lock and it breaks them.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Just click and then you come back up and turn.
Well, I didn't do that when I pulled it off last time.
Yeah, I know. That's why it was still a click down and I couldn't put it back on.
Oh,
My little
that's
sister does the same thing.
fucking the stupidest shit I've ever heard of. Alright, we'll be right back. We're gonna be games.
Yay!
Oh, hi, Heart! Oh, hi,
Games. Where are my motherfucking games?
They're coming! Just like me right now!
Oh shit,
I haven't even changed the name of the game we're playing and the thing yet.
Yeah. I wonder if people have put
Jesus
two and two
fucking
together
Christ.
yet, that Metal Arms is not happening.
No, we're not playing Metal Arms.
Did you put the disc in?
Yeah. I think so.
I can't move again. Why does this keep resetting on me? Save data. Gib.
Oh,
Oh, right.
God.
So we're using this for WWE. This is the PS. This is the PS3 for all the Royal Rumble.
Chad is asking
Yeah.
for a Gomez.
You're gonna have to get a major Gomen Nasai for everything going on right now. That's a major Gomen Nasai.
You know, now that I think about it, that is very fitting for every stream we ever do.
You're gonna have a major Gomen for the fact that ain't nothing go on time nor work, nor is it the thing we said it was gonna be. It's a bit of a clusterfuck here at the IM Games.
Look, this is a.
Did Tom just see Digi shirtless?
That's not the first time.
Implying that, like,
Oh,
you
shit.
see me shirtless probably 5 years ago.
Yeah.
The chat is like yowie.
I've
yowie
seen his
about-
dick.
That's Spicy Salts who said that, by the way. You gotta take everything he means with a grain of salt.
Alright. Controller
With a grain of
not
beans.
working anymore.
Controller.
Now it is.
There you go.
It keeps turning on and off.
Alright, so.
Dun da 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 dun da 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 dun da da
Holy
da 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 dun da 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 dun da 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 dun. So you want to give them the whole like rundown, start to finish?
No, first I want to say that you're watching
I Am
the
Games!
most on-brand Twitch show on twitch.tv.
How did you fuck that up?
I was thinking of how I could meme not on time, but I couldn't. Oh, you're on the late night Friday stream where everything's even more of a clusterfuck.
Welcome to Late Night Stream where the games are made up and the points don't matter.
Yeah.
They updated Twitch app.
So I guess I gotta explain what's going on.
I think you do.
So today, we went on an excursion to the game store that I've mentioned. We'll just say it by name, Land of Electronics.
Yeah, it's not really a game store. There's like 2/3 of the store is just like radios and shit.
Yeah, it's weird. It's generally just an electronics store, but they have the best game selection I've seen on the East Coast, probably.
Oh, wait a minute. You
Yes.
don't know.
What?
You don't know about Game Underground.
What is Game Underground?
Game Underground is like the biggest game store on the East Coast, pretty much.
Where is it?
It's in Natick, near where I used to live. And they have literally every Japanese arcade game you can think of.
Whoa.
And they have every video game ever made by a human
How
being.
long away is the drive to this place?
Like an
Don't
hour
say
and
things
change.
Like that.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's a lot of places.
Forbidden.
It would be that long from anywhere in the city. Oh, this looks awesome, by the way. This is a great fucking opening cinematic for a PS1 game.
Dog. I hope it dies.
I love the art. So you're gonna see a lot of ninja suffering today.
Yeah, we're back. We're back in the Ninja Suffering seat for a little different take on the Ninja Suffering. Last time we had arcadey action. This time we're going to be a little sneakier. Maybe we will find a dignitary and shove a spear up his ass in a toilet.
Yeah, that would be great.
That
That
would
would be more in line with this game than
Exactly.
than the other one.
This is Tenchu 1 for the PS1.
Yes, Tenchu Stealth Assassins. But before we get to Tenchu, I got to tell the rest of the story. I mean, you're free to play whenever you want, but
Right.
not that I'm not enjoying this awesome cutscene.
We really don't. I miss the art of pre-rendered cutscenes in games. You know, there was an elegance to it.
Whoa, we must have just got a subscriber. And also, I guess we have the audio on over there. Like, I don't hear the stream audio, but we clearly heard the alert audio.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Tommaso
Choco Taco.
Hell
Tommaso
yeah.
Choco Taco
Choco
subscribed for
Taco.
2 months in a row.
Hey,
What a
my
fucking
boy.
badass.
Dude.
He says Tenchu.
And
Hell yeah.
Kalkiku? How the fuck do you pronounce your
Alright,
name,
so we're
bro?
definitely being the chick, right?
Oh, dude, her name's Ayame. You have to. Ayame, she looks cool as fuck. I like her side tie ponytail.
Wyatt the Word
Oh my god,
Weaver.
Wyatt the Word Weaver. Yeah, what
What
up?
up, bro?
Straight from my fucking... I think you're in my Patreon Discord.
Should I put this on the Patreon Discord? Be like, get in here.
Yeah, dude, everybody get in here.
Please do.
I think more people are bound to subscribe when they notice that the alert box is working, which it wasn't for the last couple streams because of the technical difficulties we were having.
Okay, let me just break this
call
down.
I have technical difficulties.
Yes.
Yeah. Like I was just saying.
We've said it many times. We are games, we are not streams. God, yeah, if I were to just summarize everything that's gone wrong, it's just a litany of disaster. It's just, this whole household is just... Really the problem is that we try to do too much. It's that we don't try to limit ourselves to what we currently have the means to do. We set our sights on something and then we try to develop the means to do it. And every single time it's like we're completely reinventing the wheel. Like, it's never just, let's do the thing we already have set up. It's like, let's set up everything else in the world. And as a result, this is why I have not had time to finish Crosscode or the Mega Man video. Because it's been, like, when we're not doing the live streams or doing our other work, we are completely renovating the entire household and our whole structure of life. So, where did you want to start? You seemed like you were about to go on to something.
I was just gonna say how we have all this fucking technology and shit, and every time we choose a different game, we have to reset it up. And so what we want... Oh, is this a D-pad only thing? Whoa, we're old. All right. We need...
This is probably before the DualShock existed.
Probably.
Because this would have been, like, relatively early PS1, I feel like. It looks fucking great, honestly. Like, this looks amazing
for a PS1 game. I'm digging
Draw
it.
distance aside.
The draw distance kind of helps for the
it's a
darkness
stealth.
atmosphere. Moving is incredibly difficult. I will say that. I definitely look like I need to take a shit right now.
Yeah, I mean, you're meant to move slow. It is a stealth game, and I feel like the draw distance is helpful for knowing how, it makes it very obvious what people's vision cones are going to be, because
Right.
you're not going to be able to see someone if they can't see you. Oh my god, I love this game! The grappling hook in Tenchu is the coolest shit. I don't feel like any of the fucking modern, like, open world games where you can just jump all over shit have quite captured how good it feels in Tenchu, because of the fact that you can just grapple onto anything, but, like, the fact that it is a stealth game, that, like, you need to be careful about what you're doing, and that, like, the nature of Japanese roofs in this setting is such... I mean, granted, I'm sure they exaggerated how much roofs are even like this for the sake of the game feel, but, like, it's just a great setup.
I can't do that one.
They used the idea of what Ninja Times and aesthetics were like to make a, you see your little thing on the bottom? I think that's like somebody must have seen you jumping around or something, because that number's pretty high.
Oh.
The curiosity meter.
Is that what that is?
I believe so. I think that's like the Metal Gear Solid alert meter. I thought I saw a guy down there in the hall behind you.
Oh. I was just kind of trying to get used to the controls. I figured I was...
there's a guy.
Alright, how do I murder him?
If you, like, drop on him and press whatever is the attack button, you should do, like, an awesome fucking from above kill.
I'm trying to move the camera with the analog sticks that don't work.
Yeah, you gotta stop trying to do that.
All right, I'm gonna hope it's square. I missed. I missed.
Fuck, you missed. Well, now you gotta kick his ass.
I don't know if I can. This is
Yes.
I got him.
Yes.
Got him.
Get him.
Yeah, fucking bitch.
Oh, this is super cool, and I love it. I love everything about this game.
All right, he's fucking dead as fuck.
All right. Anyways, yeah, the fucking we went to this goddamn place. Did you? How fucking dare you? What? Oh yeah, Jester Monocle's going on about the ransom that we're holding on.
Oh yeah, well, what do you expect?
Oh, for some reason he thinks that there are 2 copies of Legend of Dragoon in that picture, forgetting that Legend of Dragoon is in fact a 4-disc game.
Yeah, it's one copy, but it's like 3 or 4 discs long.
Yeah,
so it's a double case thing.
I don't know if Jester has only played the game on emulator or just doesn't.
I mean, is Jester a zoomer? If he
I don't know.
then I would say that's almost certainly the case.
I feel like there's probably not a ton of people who have like played Legend of Dragoon that
I used to own a copy, believe it or not, but it is long gone.
He says, "Bakana." Anyway,
This is
so we went to this place, this game store, and we were there specifically to get Metal Arms Glitch in the System, as well as whatever else we found that looked cool. And the reason being that Metal Arms is like the perfect example. I mean, Tenchu is also a perfect example of the type of game we're trying to cover, but games that are like Shinobi, where it's like a cult classic that is fondly remembered, but like hasn't really survived time because of the fact that they didn't make like, you know, a whole lot more, basically. Like, Tenchu had a bunch of sequels, but, like, there was diminishing returns.
Wrath of Heaven, which is really fun.
Me too. As
Whoa, is it
I believe Wrath of Heaven is just a remake of this game, though.
Is it?
I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I got this. I can double tap and I do this.
Whoa, yeah.
Ninja dodge.
Something about the, like, claustrophobic feel of this game is very comforting to me.
That is very odd.
Well, I like small enclosed spaces. I mean, you may have noticed that, like, the way I formulate my office is, like, I'm kind of, like, surrounded almost by stuff.
Alright, can I make a complaint?
Yeah.
The fact that there's no camera control in a game that's all about positioning is bad. Unless there's another button that I'm not...
use the L and R buttons? What do they do?
That's like an aimey thing? Okay, again, I'm trying to use the analog stick. Okay, I got first person.
Okay, so it's got a look mode, yeah. So it's meant. This is before the conceit of just use the second stick for cameras. It's hard.
Why is like 17 polygons kind of attractive? I kind of like this.
She is great, dude. Ninja girls are always a fucking solid bet.
Well, it's a good thing I'm making a game about a ninja girl.
Yes. She happens to also be a furry, but that's okay.
You know, people are into that.
A furry is fine too.
Die. I got it! I stealth killed the dog!
I just opened this Pokemon game and I had a Flaffy nicknamed Nigga Zeus.
Okay.
That's awesome. Pokemon.
Oh no, I got spotted!
Fantasy.
Oh, he's got a spear. This is bad.
Oh, fuck. That guy knows what's going on. Oh, I wonder if you can kick. Can you, like, break guard with a kick or something?
No. He's hacking the wall. That wall did not... you, fuck you.
I appreciate the like, hit detection that, like, he really has to hit you with that thing, you know? It's not easy for them either, you know?
Oh, God.
There's not, like... I feel like in a modern game, he would just track to you, you know?
Yeah, he would.
And in this, it's like, he really has to fucking get it right, or else he's fucked. Oh my god, the death animations are awesome.
They are brutal.
Right, somebody's around, so you're definitely going to want to get the fuck... Yeah, there you go. Oh shit, they saw... Oh, they forgot you. Okay. Well, I think it's like the noises you're making?
Maybe? I just... It's... The problem... The draw distance horizontally, sick. Draw distance vertically, less sick, because everyone is on the ground. Alright, what... I want a sneaky sneak. That's the name. I'm playing this like Shinobi, and that's not how this is done.
No. It seems like you've been doing a fairly good job of stealthing it up. You haven't died.
No, but I have been spotted, which means I failed as a ninja. I need to kill myself.
That is true. So, I think this is a game where I don't think you're necessarily encouraged to, like, not kill people in Tenchu. Because I used to kill every single person in the fucking level when I played this.
I mean, that's, like, the entire point. That's why it's fun. God, D-pad. D-pad in 3D. Yeah, there's a reason this isn't a thing anymore.
Yeah.
It is tough to play. This is very tough to play, but the fact, like, when I hit somebody...
It's really funny
cool.
you say this, because in any 3D game that has D-pad support, I will try to play it with the D-pad.
Why?
I just really prefer D-pads to analog sticks.
Really?
I think that's why I play a lot of old games and, like, indie games.
I like... When it's a 2D game, it's 10 million times better.
Yeah.
But, for something like this, where, like, really delicate positioning's needed...
Yeah.
You want that analog, dude.
I mean, like, but the game is using tank controls, and I feel like it's easier to comprehend tank controls when you're using a D-pad.
Oh, is it? I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, you press left and right to turn, forward to go forward, and backwards to go backwards, right? That is what tank controls are.
Tank controls, I guess? But,
that's what it means, isn't it?
I guess it is tank controls. I guess it's just because, like, the camera's moving with me, it's less obvious that it's tank controls.
Yeah, like, it's not static backgrounds, but it is tank controls.
I suppose.
And, like, I find that easier to comprehend with a D-pad.
Maybe that's why I'm, like, having trouble, because I'm playing it, like, not tank controls, now that I know that.
Yeah, I don't know how it wasn't obvious to you, but it was obvious to me just from looking at it.
Well, you know, I guess my brain is just that much more in PS2 land that something is this archaic didn't even register for me.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, this game looks like it would... I mean, it doesn't look like a PS2 game, but it looks really impressive for a PS1 game in full 3D.
Especially an old PS1 game.
Right.
I guess it's because the draw distance is so low, they have more polys to throw around in the small area you can see. The walls are kind of meh, but I think that's because the blocks there are like their attempted dynamic shadows.
Yeah.
Which is not great, but credit where credit is due.
I still like it. I love
trees are dope.
The fucking cherry cheese just like splashing out of the black background is fucking awesome.
I don't know where I'm supposed to go. To quote a video we just watched last night. What do I do?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What do?
See that?
I mean, it's kind of
I mean, I guess it's kind of the point.
You're kind of meant to probably go into some of these buildings and shit.
Oh, I figured they were all not go-inable.
I don't even know.
I guess I can get down.
Or you could go down into that cherry blossom area.
I'm gonna try and do it.
I always like with the Tenchu games. The only one I played was Wrath of Heaven, but like. I considered it kind of to be about, like, just mapping out the location, like, figuring out where you are and, like, where everybody is, and then you start fucking systematically destroying it, you know? It's like, I feel like most stealth games put you in a more linear progression. Like in Metal Gear Solid.
Get fucked, bitch!
Oh, that was fucking sick.
Oh shit, there's another guy!
Oh, Jesus.
Oh god!
Oh, he's good.
He's mad! He's
good.
fucking pissed I killed his brother!
Oh no, you have killed my brother. I will get revenge.
Rules of nature!
Oh man, this is just like one of my Japanese animes. Relevant. Metal Gear Solid, like I was saying, like you kind of go into a room and figure out how to progress through that room and then do the next one, and it's like with this game it's more like you just like learn the level and then like plot a course through it, kind of, you know, and figure out what the hell's going on.
Whoa, they have the blood that slides down the fucking wall. That's great.
Worth owning a PS1 or a PS2.
What's the question?
Is it worth owning a PS1 or PS2?
We're playing a PS1 game right
now. Well,
now.
we are playing it on a PS3 though.
But you can't play PS2 on a PS.
No. So I would say it's probably not worth owning a PS1 because A, it's pretty easy to emulate PS1 games. Some of them run like ass depending on your settings.
Don't get a PlayStation one, get a PS1, little mini one that looks fucking cool and cute. And get the flippy screen for it so you can play it literally anywhere, and that's fine. It's like,
Yeah, but it's pretty easy to emulate PS1 games. Most of the PS1 games I've played have been on emulators. Like I have
Really?
not played. I didn't own one until 2005, and all I had for it was Final Fantasy games. So like the vast majority of PS1 I've played was like in 2010 on an emulator, and then
disgusting.
Um,
Very not games.
But then also, you can play PS1 games on the PS3, so there's not a whole ton of incentive to own a PS1, even if you literally bought physical copies. Well, I mean, you gotta understand, I would rather play any game on a physical copy plugged into a machine, but do you know how much most PS1 games go for?
Yeah, disgusting.
Like, I mean, Tenchu I own physically because it was cheap. Like, these are pretty easy to come by. I got both games for like $5-10 a piece, something like that.
I'm trying to see if I can go in any of these buildings.
And like any game that's been remade or remastered is usually cheaper. Like the price goes down significantly, usually to the same price as the remake. But like,
Oh.
Why are you pronouncing emulator correctly? That's so not you.
I know it feels wrong every time I do it, but I didn't want Tom to say anything. I didn't want him to judge
Have
me.
I
for
ever
saying
bitched
E.
about your mispronunciations?
Yes.
I just judge them silently. The only time I made a big stink about it was on the PCP when it became a conversation. But other than that, I know what you're saying. I just think you're an idiot.
Well, in any case,
There's like...
I don't, I usually, when I have been confronted enough times with the fact that I'm pronouncing a word wrong, I will usually try to slowly wean myself onto the correct pronunciation, just so that I don't spend the rest of my life defending myself. Like,
There's nothing in here. This is just a hallway.
look up there.
I
maybe?
did. It's just a...
Wait, no, to the right. Look to the right.
Baku Haku
Over-
draw
no?
things ass.
Okay, well,
That's weird. I mean,
well, we
there's
know
something...
there's another room.
Yeah,
over
there's something
there.
over there.
What
Thanks.
are
Is
your
it
opinions
maybe a
on
fake
Final
wall? Can you
Fantasies
break through the
and
wall?
Why is 9 the best?
I don't, I think 10 might be the best, but I'm not sure because I haven't played them all. I mean, I've played like, the ones I did play, I played mostly way the fuck back, and I didn't beat any of them. The only one I've played all the way through super recently was 10, and then I played 6 or 7 hours of 9, and I love it, but I was not as invested as I was in 10
Is there a
up to
guy
that
up
point
here?
so far. But
Like, I'm at like 90%, but there's nobody here.
like I was on. If anybody can help me with this, please do, because this was like kind of
Oh.
before we were really streaming hardcore. But I need in my life a JRPG as good as Final Fantasy X, a turn-based JRPG as good as Final Fantasy X, like with at least as modern as Final Fantasy X is what I want. Like, there's tons of turn-based JRPGs for the PS1. Oh, fuck yeah. That are fucking sick. But I want to play, like... Because Final Fantasy X was my first JRPG, so it's kind of like my baseline of what impresses me, you know? Like, I feel like most people who played those older games, like, they played them back then, and back then it was the most impressive thing. But for me, it's always going to feel dated if it's older than Final Fantasy X. Oh shit, this guy's getting his rape on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this happens in Wrath of Heaven, so I think Wrath of Heaven is a remake of this game.
Oh.
Yeah, that voice acting though.
Probably did.
I have come for Ichigoya, but I guess I have to deal with you first.
Oh shit, mid boss.
Oh, Jesus!
Whoa.
Dude, he's fucking my shit up.
Use that med pack, dude.
I
I
tried. It
assume
didn't
that's
work.
what it is. Alright, well you fucked him up pretty okay.
Oh,
Nope.
if I hold square, do I block?
It looks like it.
That's
That's cool that it had a unique death, like, that he had dialogue for when he kills you. That's awesome. Xenosaga is the one I'm the most, like, probably going to. Skies of Arcadia, I've heard. Everyone talks about how good Skies of Arcadia Legends is. I tried to play it when I was younger, and I remember just not getting into it, but I don't remember why. Like, I had it on the GameCube, and I foolishly sold it at some point for vastly less than what it's now worth. But yeah, I've seen a lot of, like, it's considered like a classic
you
Sega
lose all
game,
your
you know?
items that you were holding before when you die.
Oh boy, yeah, I remember that.
I did not know that.
I remember that.
I would have chosen much more conservatively
Yeah.
had I been aware of such failures. Now I just don't care.
Yeah.
I was not aware.
Well, I mean, you did pretty good. You got to the boss, I guess.
Yeah. Now they know how to
So
block.
now they're telling you exactly what to do. Avoid the main gate, use the grappling hook, never harm the innocent.
Well, they said that the first time too.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know if we were paying attention to these are what the goals are.
I don't even know what the main gate is. They all look exactly the same.
Yeah.
Alright. Before
So-
I do anything, I want to... I don't know if that is a block.
Maybe it's like,
Circle and R1 do the same thing, apparently.
whoa. You can fucking roll. That's cool. This game is just really satisfying to look at.
Two air
Oh,
vents
God, I've started too
on the
many
roof.
fucking
That's
threads
what
of-
the guy was talking
In
about.
a-
Shit! Electric eye, infiltrate, stop the gate!
God, it's been so fucking long since I heard that song.
So my brain
All right. Let me try to
constantly-
fucking get on the right thread of what the hell we've been talking about, because we were at the game store.
This is a
Sorry
long
for
story.
asking random questions.
It's all good. We were at the game store. We got metal arms. It was like the last place we looked was where I found it.
Yeah, we almost didn't find
It's
And
it.
they-
always the last place you look.
But they
at.
only had it on the Xbox. Like, well, you say that, but I mean, we looked at everywhere except for that one place, is what I mean to say.
I felt
It
very
is always
stupid,
in the last place.
Because I looked at the
you
Xbox
look,
games twice and I missed it. Like
Yeah.
a peasant.
But the only console
Alright.
they had it for was the Xbox. And this was a multi-console game, but, you know, we were going to take whatever we could get because we found it.
God.
Hell yeah, one fucking HK. I guess they just always die in one hit if they don't see you. I'm guessing that's the case.
Right.
So we picked up that. Tom also bought 99 Nights, Halo Reach, and Halo 4.
They were very cheap, that's why.
All for the 360.
They were $5 a pop.
And Time Splitters 1. So we could do that Time Splitter series.
The Time Splitters retrospective 45
Yeah.
minute multi-ad roll video essay by Nerdwriter.
I don't think he would ever do a 45-minute video. But,
I've never watched a Nerdwriter video. I have no idea what his videos are like.
He's the funny thing about him being called Nerdwriter is that he is probably the most Chad like guy who ever did the analysis scene. Like,
Really?
Yeah, he's like a total normie. He's like an older dude, you know.
Nerdwriter versus Fit MC. Who's chatter?
I don't know. I haven't watched Fit MC.
He was on the PCP.
I had never heard those episodes he was on.
Oh, well.
Anyways, so we got Metal Arms, and I also bought Space Channel 5 on the PS2, which I did not even know was a thing. And I basically got one or the other for free, because I guess they both were in not the best condition, because they went to the back and, like, refurbished them, and then gave me, like, one...
Here's a question.
Gave me
for
both
you.
for the price of one.
Oh, God. The dog is here.
Is the question, what if we had gotten it all hooked up and it hadn't even worked because the disc wasn't good enough?
No, I was going to ask, if you have a disc refurbisher, why not just refurbish all the discs you get in, so they're all in perfect condition?
I don't know. I mean, it seemed like there were definitely, like...
Alright, someone sees me.
So,
I
the
think.
funny thing about this place, because every other game store I've been to usually has, like, all the discs behind the counter, and they just have a flat price for the games. At this place, they actually have... like the same game for different prices depending on the quality of the disc.
We think.
It seems.
That seems to
That's
be
the only theory, because the discs are in the games. Like, they didn't have to go get it. They just had them in the actual case right there. They just have, like, this ultra powerful
Alright,
fucking tape
Square
on it.
is not block. I don't think there is a block. I think I just got lucky last time.
There must be... Are you sure it's not, like, a contextual thing? Like, maybe if you're holding it when they... See, it looks like you're blocking.
Oh, I think what I did is you can parry if you attack at the same time.
You definitely blocked a hit from the last guy. I don't know how it works, though.
Yeah, there's not...
We need the manual, goddammit.
Don't we have the manual?
No, I just own the disc of this.
Oh, you fucking peasant.
Yeah. It was in like the $5 bin at the front of the store. That's why I bought
God,
it.
this is so hard to maneuver.
I mean, again, luckily
It
the
helps-
enemies are like no better than you are. At
It helps
moving.
that this is like a stealth game primarily,
Yeah.
and I shouldn't be doing this, but I did.
I mean, I don't even mind, just because I feel like if the enemies were able to move more easily than you, it would bother me. But the fact that they seem to struggle just as much to get a beat on you is hilarious.
It bothers me just because I like cool, responsive combat, but not enough to break the experience, because the animations and the payoff every time they die.
Oh yeah, the fucking payoffs are bad.
I wonder if this is the main gate that I should be avoiding. It looks like a main gate.
Anyway, so we got these games.
Oh god.
We bring them home, and then like an hour before the stream, I'm like, all right, time to set up. So I bring up the original. Well, no. First, I say to Tom, like, all right, we got to set up for IM Games, and he's like, oh shit, I only have component cables for the original Xbox, and because of the fact that when we did our first stream, the first technical issue we ever had on IM Games was over the fact that my Elgato game capture, I have an older one that comes with a cord that plugs into AV and component cables. However, it broke. That specific cord, two of the pins got broken from me probably inserting it wrong multiple times.
God damn it, Conrad.
And there's no way to purchase a new one because it was it's just an Elgato cord that they used to sell on their website, but because it's such an old model of the Elgato, they don't even sell this model anymore. Like, I mean, you can still buy it on Amazon, but like, you know, they're not selling the parts for it easily. Yeah, I think everybody dies in one hit if they don't see you, which is fucking lit. And you got his fucking drink. I'm guessing that's sake. That's probably a sake bottle.
I think it restores HP or something.
It might, but I think it is just alcohol. We gonna learn today, yeah. So we're like, okay, well, we can't play right. To mitigate this problem, I bought a conversion box of AV to HDMI, because I've never used component cables before, so I've never even conceived of what they actually are. I didn't know there were 6 fucking cables and shit. So we find out we can't use component. We can only use AV, so we can't use the Xbox because Tom only has component cables. So then I was like, well, maybe it's playable on the 360 because the 360 is backwards compatible with a bunch of games. I look it up. Sure enough, Metal Arms is playable. However, you can only play Xbox games on the 360 if you fucking have a Xbox 360 hard drive. The proprietary sold hard drives that they deliberately released the 360 with as little fucking space as possible. It's like 3 gigs that it comes with, so you have to buy a 100 gig hard drive for $100 fucking dollars, which neither of us memed ourselves into.
We got a dodge. We got like a real dodge.
So
all right, I'm gonna kill everybody now. This is the ultimate move, the dodge. You need a dodge. We have it. You jump with left or right. You dodge. I'm now invincible.
Awesome.
Probably not, but I feel invincible. That's as good as I'm gonna get.
So we couldn't play Metal Arms for all those reasons. Hooked up the PS3 to play
Well,
Tenchu.
there's one step you forgot.
Which step?
Oh,
where you tried to format a fucking external hard drive to see if that would work?
Because I know the Xbox One supports external hard drives. So I looked it up, and the 360 does as well. So it only supports FAT32 formatted hard drives. So to format a drive, I plug it in, I format it again for the Xbox. And it works. It recognizes the drive, but it's like, oh, it doesn't work for games, because of course it doesn't work for games. We really want you to buy a proprietary hard drive,
right?
You fucking faggot. I'm like, of course.
Yeah. So it's really bad, and Meanwhile, the PS3, you have to use a special weird component cable thing that comes with the Elgato to circumvent its copy protection, because you can't record HDMI footage from the PS3 because of its weird copy protection rules. Overall, long story short, everything sucks, and game companies are the worst.
What we need, because every time we switch a game, we have to switch consoles, which means you have to reset up everything. So, if you guys have suggestions for like a multi-in system where you just plug a bunch of fucking shit on one end and it just has HDMI out on the other, so you can just kind of toggle through systems, I know those exist. We need one really
Just like,
hella fucking bad.
We need one of those like bricks or strips that you could just plug like 8 HDMI cords, and preferably also AV. I've seen people who have them, just neither of us knows what to search. Like, what are they called? If anybody has one or knows what they call.
What the fuck? I don't even know what I clipped onto, but I went far. So Digi, I like this game, but it feels old, not in a good way.
Well, I think that's why they remade it.
You know? Alright, I don't care about her. She's fine.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm looking up whether Tenchu Wrath of Heaven
God.
remakes. I think it is.
Ugh. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this like men. Oh god, there's 2 of them now! Alright, I think I might have gone to the main gate.
Actually, I might be wrong.
Yeah! Murdered! Oh, dude! Yeah!
Okay. No, it's not that. It's not that it was a.
Alright. Alright, I'm getting into it. I
Yeah,
can't see what's going on, but I'm getting into it.
It's not that it was a remake, but that. Because I played Tenchu on the Xbox, and the Xbox one was called Return from Darkness, which was just a port of Wrath of Heaven. And that was why I knew that it was like the version I had played was like a port or remake or something, but
Oh, dude, they're hitting each other.
whoa,
Fools.
that's cool.
Ninja fools. Foolish samurai warrior. Oh god, another guy's coming in. Oh, there's too many of them. Oh, he's got a bow. But he can't block me if I come in close. Ninja dodge. Ugh, you fucking bitch. You can't do it. No, you're not good enough. Not good enough to hit the champ.
Splitters?
Oh god, he hit the champ.
Maybe.
Get up. Alright, is this... Oh god.
HDMI switch.
No, hit him. Oh, you fucking dumb bitch. Why am I only doing one hit? You idiot, you have a combo. Oh, this is stupid. Well, I just did a flip. I did a flippy thing. I don't know what I'm doing. This is hard. Oh. Fucking dead. Okay. Yeah.
8-way AV switch, RCA switcher. These look like
That's not HDMI,
conceptually-
though.
This is a 3-port HDMI switch.
All right, so you need a multi
I think
video
switch is the word. Switch or split are the words we want to look for.
All right, I'm definitely gonna fail this because I don't know this map at all. I'm definitely out in the middle of nowhere right now. All right.
Just got here. What game is this? It's Tenchu, bro. Ninja
Tenchu.
fucking suffering.
Yeah. My ninja is suffering.
So, whoa. Oh my god, this cool ass fucking pond.
I want a scene like this in the Zumi game. I'm taking notes right now.
Good. I'm very happy. I assume you mean in the final game, not in the side scroller.
No. I couldn't do this justice in a side scroller.
What is your so you've been, for anybody who doesn't know, who watches the I Am Games live streams and isn't in the chat, the Discord, which you can see linked below if you're on desktop. the very, very active I Am Games Discord.
Yeah,
Over 100
pretty
members, which
fucking
is like
crazy.
what our regular pull is on these.
That's like the
streams.
coolest shit.
Whoa, if you're not in the Discord or you don't know generally Tom's fucking career, Tom does
too many things.
you primarily. Well, I guess you've made a switch again. You've basically switched your entire MO every 6 months or so. You were really into 3D art, and then you decided
everything in the Izumi game is made in 3D.
Right. Well, you're a 3D artist who has decided to make a game for your 3D art to be housed inside of.
Right, among other things.
In the process of doing so, ended up making a 2D action platformer that you're currently working on.
Yeah, it was a proof of concept.
As a proof of concept, but it's 2D, but all the graphics are in 3D, but it looks 2D.
Yeah,
it's really cool. The aesthetic of the game, it's not at all like Mega Man 11, like not that kind of 3D on 2D. It looks like pixel art.
What's being done is that I'm taking the 3D models, I'm exporting PNGs of them in an orthographic view, so there's no like 3D distortion. And then I'm exporting them low res, the size of a sprite,
Alright.
and then I'm converting them
That's fucking
to a
genius.
low
Jess
color
is in
style.
Here and he says, "Yo, Tom, you gotta get on that long jump action, double tap up before you jump, baby."
Oh, and it let. Oh, the fact it went into the grab. Thank you, Jesse.
Ninja
Warrior.
All right, look, like this is why the game's good.
Yes.
Because you feel fucking sick.
All of the controls, like, while they may be difficult,
Ask Jesse if there's a block button in this game.
Jesse, is there a block button in this game? We were trying to figure that out. If you can block.
You're putting the pressure on him.
To answer a question?
Yeah, don't do it.
Sorry, Jesse. Oh, speaking of which, Jesse, I haven't forgot about sending you the tablet. I just thought it was here, and it's at my parents' house. So I have to go back and get it first. But I will be sending you
Hell
that.
yeah, clip that beautiful moment. We shall.
We should make more clips. Like, we have so many clippable moments. Oh, but so many of them have racial slurs and shit.
Block is just holding back like a fighting game.
Oh! Right.
Sick.
Okay.
That makes perfect sense.
Okay.
So you actually blocked that guy just because you were frantically trying to get away from him.
Yeah, I was trying to, like, do this thing.
That's awesome.
Whoa, that was pretty sick.
Wait, was that like a jump and press back?
Yeah, if you do jump and flush back, I already figured out that.
Okay.
You do a backflip.
This game is the coolest shit in the world. I love this game more than anything other than my wife. Tom's like a third place.
Yeah. I mean, I can't compete with this ass.
No. Anyway, yeah, we struggled to get the game running. I don't remember if there was any more to these tech woes.
Didn't work.
You bought a couple of so the reason that the previous streams were so fucked, because on the last couple streams where we were playing Halo SPV3, like, we had no sound, and we couldn't get the alert box and chat box to get on the screen. And that was because we had to switch away from our setup on the streaming PC over to just Tom's laptop, which didn't have anything set up, and it was a fucking nightmare. So you bought a graphics card for the streaming PC so that we could play games on it, and then, like... What was the story with that exactly?
So I ordered a graphics card for the streaming box so we could play PC games if we needed to, and also it would just be better, hopefully, for streaming in general, because I would assume that these programs are GPU accelerated. So I ordered one, but when I opened up the case, we have like this old like business computer.
Damn, the Ninja Ayame returns to the shadows from which he came to be forgotten forever as a failure. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
they
that's...
fucking really reviewed this shit.
I mean, I can relate to that.
We got a fucking high cat back here. Did anybody even notice our fucking high cat?
But anyways, this graphics card, like the computer doesn't have a PCI power connection, so you can't get a powered graphics card. You have to get like a lower end one that'll just run off the motherboard. So I found a good cheap graphics card on eBay, but it didn't have a picture to see if it had the PCI connection or not. So I messaged the guy. I'm like, I'm buying this for business PC. It can't take external power. Will it work? And he's like, of course, yes. I get it in the mail today. Open up. First thing you can see when you open it up is a fucking PCI power connector that it needs. So the guy fucking straight lied to me. And so I sent him a really angry fucking message, and he hasn't responded yet, probably because he's dead. I killed him with my violent words.
So are you not capable of using that cord, even if you had one?
No, it's because it has to be attached to the power supply, and the power supply does not have the cable required to use it. Therefore, it is not...
So it's just completely not...
Completely incompatible, which is why I asked the question to begin with.
Well, that's fucking obnoxious. Nothing, oh my god. I forgot to tell this story as well from, what was it, yesterday that we went to mail to the fucking thing?
Yeah.
There was a mail problem?
Oh, boy. This is why, okay, literally, if anybody's wondering, why is there still no Mega Man or Crosscode video? It's because... literally everything has been such a complicated pain in the fucking ass.
Alright, we need to make a t-shirt that's just like static and it just says technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Because that's literally all of I Am Games.
Yeah, that would be great. That's if we could get like static all around the whole shirt.
We
that
need
would
to
be
go and
great.
print all over me and just
Yeah.
have a big static
Aren't
texture.
those like super expensive though? It's like $50 shirts. And print all
Yeah.
over me.
Fuck it. It's worth it for that sick aesthetic, bro.
The fact that you guys both wear the I Am Games shirts for these streams is fucking hilarious. Dude, you can buy this shirt, dude.
The shirt
You
is
can get this
purchasable
shirt.
in the link below in black or white or any other color you want. We also have a Doomer t-shirt. We have a Ninja
And in
Suffering
fact,
t-shirt.
We have didn't you accidentally print like a bunch of these? Like shouldn't we make the ones that you accidentally printed?
Yeah, we have like 6 or 7 more shirts here that we can just make and
Yeah,
ship out
so
to
if you
people.
want to buy one directly from us, hit up Tom on Twitter. We should be able to sell like 6 or 7 that we accidentally printed.
Yeah,
like
when I
not like he accidentally printed out the sheets, and then we have a bunch of shirts, like miscellaneous variety of sizes.
Yeah, so hit me up if you want a...
we may or may not have your size.
Yeah.
It's not guaranteed.
if you
but-
want like a double XL, I guarantee you we have a bunch of those.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Give me a Zoomer shirt. I don't think it's our place to make a Zoomer shirt. This is a Doomer house.
Yeah, no, we're not about the Zoomer life.
No.
Alright.
How
Whoa,
many of
whoa,
these have we
whoa,
sold? We've
whoa!
sold like probably.
Whoa!
I want to say in total we've
Can I
sold
peek
like
around
20
corners? Can I
of
peek around
these.
corners? Can I peek around corners?
Because we sold 12 with our initial print of like when we just advertised it on Twitter.
Oh yeah! Now we're talking. Now
And-
we're fucking Metal Gear.
We've sold like 12 or 13 shirts on Spreadshirt. I don't know if they were all I Am Games shirts though. Because there's also the Doomer shirt.
Yeah, we gotta dig into those metrics, dude.
But yeah, I'd say we've sold over 20 at least of the I Am Games shirt. So pretty good. I will buy a Zoomer shirt if you make one. We could make like a. I mean, what would you want to be on it? What would you think would be a funny representation?
If I made
of
a
Zoomer?
Zoomer shirt, it would just be very insulting.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Can I just deck out my entire abode with I Am Games merchandise?
Sure.
We'll have to start fucking coming up with shit, dude.
We're trying our best, man. If you haven't bought all the shirts yet, then get on it. That's part 1.
Gotta collect them all.
Yeah. I Am Games merch is like Pokemon. Alright, I'm looking. Alright, I should be able to fucking rail this guy just by jumping.
What
course
the
not.
fuck was I talking about? Before the shirts? Why were we talking about this? Oh, right, the fucking mail. And how everything sucks. Okay, so Tom, you guys may remember the story. I think this was after the first Mega Man stream. Yeah, how Tom had helped me buy a bunch of parts to upgrade my computer.
Oh god, why'd the block not work?
We had a bunch of trouble with the motherboard.
Alright, dude, this is like so cool, but unplayably bad controls. Like getting into a situation like this.
You gotta stop getting into situations like this,
dude. The problem is like the guy was just.
You can just escape. You can just run away from
No,
this.
no, no,
You
no,
don't
no,
have
no,
to
no.
fight.
No,
You don't
no.
have to kill them.
No, 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 no.
The game is not about fighting.
But I played Shinobi. I gotta do it. I gotta
don't.
kill him.
You're meant to, like, just fucking grappling hook away, and they can't even get to you because they fucking can't go up.
Well,
Like, it's so
but look
easy
how
to
cool this
avoid-
is when you hit them!
Yeah, and you are killing 3 guys at once, which
Oh, no,
is
I'm
exciting and fun, but totally beside the point of the game. You just got to get into the Tenchu mindset, my dude.
I don't know.
That's what this game
I
is
tried
for.
to stealth kill the first guy, but for some reason, it like you can't look down when you're about to jump on somebody.
Hold on. Grand H Hall, why don't you guys play Cuphead or something? This game looks ugly. I think this game looks better than Cuphead. Mic drop.
Cuphead looks like a wrinkly penis.
I don't think Cuphead looks bad. It just
No, it doesn't look bad.
Oh, it's fine.
I don't like. Okay, everyone when Cuphead was coming out, all anybody could say about it is, "Oh my god, that perfect recreation of like the '30s cartoon aesthetic." And I'm like, since when do so many people care about the '30s cartoon aesthetic?
I don't think people cared. I just think it was like impressive technically to do that.
It seemed like suddenly out of the woodwork were coming all these people who were like super into this aesthetic.
Well,
out
I
of
would
nowhere.
assume there are probably people who are into that aesthetic who had nothing to talk about until Cuphead was released.
I suppose so. I just like, I don't really care for old cartoons. Never liked Looney Tunes growing up. I mean, I think Cuphead obviously looks, you know, it's technically impressive, but like the aesthetic of this game is super my aesthetic. Like, this game looks fucking awesome. I
mean,
love
it's
everything about it.
Technically not impressive, but aesthetically and art direction wise, it's pretty dope.
Yes. Like I said earlier, just those cherry blossoms beaming out of the darkness down there, that's my fucking jam right there. I'm way into it.
I wish I could learn the map. So
Cuphead is Shinobi 3 for Zoomers.
yeah.
Yeah.
God, I got spotted again. God damn. Oh god. Alright, I'm like somehow doing worse the more I play.
It's because you're just like getting impatient.
I'm not though. I just accidentally fell off the thing because the
well.
collision was bad and then some guy was right there. Now he's fucking my shit up.
You got fucked. I definitely realized, like, so last night, God, I don't even know where the technical difficulties begin and end. I'm just like telling 6 stories about different technical problems all at once. Last night I took an hour and 20 minutes of footage for the Mega Man 11 video so I could finally edit it. And I played it on casual mode, and first of all, I will say, I feel like I could beat that game on casual mode. It is less frustrating enough that I could do it. However, it almost amplifies how frustrating the really frustrating moments are, because like the game as a baseline is easier. Like you just don't take as much damage basically for the most part. Like the challenges are all essentially the same, but like it's just like a little easier on you, and there's way more frequent checkpoints, so you don't go back like fucking 4 screens every time you die. It's usually like a screen at the most. So you can learn the challenges a lot easier. And it made me think, okay, well, like, the game, they were probably thinking you should play through this on casual a few times, get used to the challenges, and then you can kick up to normal. Because that's kind of the whole design philosophy of Mega Man, is, like, training yourself to play it better and better. It just doesn't... It's just a weird approach to trying to bring in new gamers, as I talk about in the video that I would be fucking editing. But yeah, like, definitely it's a game where I think the biggest mistake that we all were making is that when you die, you get frustrated and you want to try to do it faster because you don't want to have to do the same thing you just did, and that just makes you worse. Because the game always expects you to be patient on every challenge. So, like, the ideal face to be playing Mega Man with is, like, calm, placid, given up on the inside, you know?
That's why Ben is so good.
Ben was not that good, though, on
No,
that stream.
it's true.
You might as well let yourself fucking die. You got no health.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
game
no.
is...
You want me to give a little... Give it a little...
I mean, you've played this game
little
before. I'm
shake?
sure.
I've not played this game. I've only played Wrath of Heaven.
Oh,
Did
then
you-
we're both
are
at the
you
same
going to
point.
tell
That's why I'm, like,
story?
freaking out about it, because I've never seen it. Am I supposed to tell what story?
The male story.
I'm getting there, guys.
Mark of the Ninja is A+. I want to play that game really bad.
I was talking about Mega Man because the recording I didn't fucking work. Like, it was all the stupid
Infinite Walrus says, "Get back to the mail story. I am tangents."
I don't know if it was because of the computer or Streamlabs or what, but the recording got fucked up, so I still don't have footage to edit the Mega Man X with, or 11. If anybody in the stream right now owns Mega Man 11 and wants to record clean footage of themselves playing it for like an hour while you're watching this and send it to me, feel free.
Do that. I mean, Steve's already making a video.
Steve, if you want to send me your footage, I need footage of you dying a lot and of images of the item shop. Those are the main things that I like need to be there. All right, what's the? Okay, cool. Weird. I have like a weirdly strong muscle memory of the controls of Tenchu Wrath of Heaven for this. Considering it's a game I haven't played in like almost 15 years.
Have you ever played A Story About My Uncle? That game is cool.
A Story About My Uncle. What is it? Like, what kind of game is it? I've never heard of it.
Keyblade Spirit says, seriously, get back to the mail story. I want to know if it's about the PO
I'm
box
gonna
thing
tell
I sent you.
the fuck. No, it's not about anything anyone sent to me. Nobody sent. I mean, I did check the PO box in the process of the story, and nothing was in there.
Keyblade Spirit. I sent a very bizarre package.
We got it.
We might have gotten it because okay.
We got it. Trust me, we got it. I know. You know what it was.
Which one? Is it the Bible one?
No. It's the jar.
Is it the jar? Is it the weird jar of fucking jar of cinnamon apples that we thought was salsa?
Huh.
Smells delicious.
Anyways, the only reason I recorded 2 mailbag clips, one from like over a month ago and the other from like a couple weeks ago, and I can't find the clip from over a month ago, and I'm really afraid that I had not gotten it off the camera that had Tom's memory card before I let him delete all the stuff off of it. So I'm afraid that it's gone, but I haven't spent time to look for it yet. But the other footage is there. Look, like I said, nothing can get done because the sheer number of technical difficulties of living life is so time-consuming. I mean, I haven't even re-uploaded all my fucking commentaries for the patrons yet. I still haven't done half of all the shit that I've been trying to get done because everything is a technical difficulty at all times.
Liquid Shaman Man says Strider and Hatsuma, the PS2 Shinobi, team up in Project X Zone 2.
Well,
you definitely need to play that then. Any game that has Hatsuma in it, aka the coolest character ever made by a human.
I think, is that like one of those weird RPGs where like all the characters team up or something? Or
I would assume so. I thought you were just supposed to run away from these guys.
Yeah, I want to test out the combat.
It feels good when they die, doesn't it?
It feels amazing.
That's why I'm like putting up with the controls and stuff, because I want that to keep happening.
Yeah, I think the only thing that really trips me out about the controls is that holding back is block and that there's no way to like quick turn around.
Yeah.
That's the thing that makes it kind of...
The maneuvering in general leaves a bit to be desired. I wonder if Tenchu 2
I feel like it's just stuff that... I don't feel like it's anything that you can't just get used to. Like...
My standards for these kinds of games are pretty high.
I don't consider it to... Like, to me, it's like if... Like, a video game has a unique control scheme that the game is designed around. Like... I'm not going to complain that the controls are bad if the game is designed to have those controls, you know?
I'm not saying they're bad, I'm just saying I don't like them.
Well, yeah, you can say that. That's fine. Alright, where exactly? I'm right.
Go in the house, go in the house.
I'm going there, I'm doing it, I'm doing the thing.
Look there's a guy over there, be careful. Heal that guy. Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah! Oh! Fuck yeah! That's what I'm about. The fucking cinematic kills. Anyway, so the mail story. Tom was building my computer, as you all know. The motherboard didn't work, so I have to mail it back. This is the sterling customer service world we live in, where you buy something and it's defective, and they're like, "All right, we'll fucking email you a thing you can put on your package and mail it back to us for free, but like, you know." You gotta fucking go mail the shit. So we go to the post office, and we give the package to the guy, and he's like, this is a FedEx thing. We don't have FedEx here, but there should be a FedEx drop box at the Staples. And we're like, all right. And he indicates that there's like a Staples nearby, and I'm like, well, is it the one in X town? And he's like, well, there's also one there, yeah. And I'm like, okay, so...
Did you remember, like, when you printed out the label and I told you it was a FedEx label, you'd have to make sure where you go takes FedEx?
No. I didn't...
I
okay.
did specifically tell you
I
that.
did not comprehend that FedEx was something different from the mail. Because I've never done anything FedEx before. And where I'm from, they just have FedEx boxes in the mail place. Like, at the post office. Apparently where May's from, that's also the case. So we were both just like, well, okay, we'll go to Staples, right? So we drive to Staples. Staples...
Well, they told us Staples.
Yeah, the guy told us Staples. He said, go to Staples, that'll be good. We're like, alright, we'll go to fucking Staples, right? So we drive to Staples. They've got a UPS drop box, but no FedEx drop box. So we're like, well, fuck. Where's the nearest FedEx drop box? We asked the guy, and he's like, oh, there's one across from the Barnes & Noble down at this other part of town. And we're like, fucking fine. So I get on the interstate. Even though I didn't necessarily know which way on the interstate I needed to go to get where I wanted to go, and I went the wrong way on the interstate. So we end up on the other side of town.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, all right, we're just like, at this point I just like, let's go to fucking Wendy's. I'm hungry. So we get some food, and then we're like looking up on, we're like Google Mapsing where the fuck our FedEx drop box is. And the
Wait, we have an important question. Odd Toya says, why do you guys do these streams so late at night? But the important part, how the fuck do I donate? How the fuck does he donate?
Don't you just click the donate button at the top of the page?
I don't know, because someone in the Market Howdy stream, we were talking about I Am Game, said once you guys
stream that show?
Once you guys enable donations, you're gonna go crazy. And I'm like, I think they already are enabled?
I think there might be a difference between donate and...
Yeah, donation is different than subscribe.
But people have been giving us bits. Isn't that what donating is?
No, you can donate like thousands of dollars at once.
But how?
I don't know.
I don't even... We might not be... Maybe we have to be partners.
Go on.
I mean, I think we're close to becoming partners. I think there's something... Like, we don't have
Just
much left we have
says
to do.
donate $25 to save Legend of Dragoon.
Yeah, I mean, if... By the way...
Oh, you have to set it up in Streamlabs for donations.
Okay.
Which I don't know if you did, because you set up Streamlabs.
I fucking... Probably not. I didn't know what it was. If you guys want to send us any games you want us to play on this show, or if you just want to send like an amount of money that would pay for the game, you can send games to my P.O. box. It's on my channel. Look up the video. I have a P.O. box again from a couple months ago. Or I think I did one Digigets mail video since reopening it. So yeah, just go to my latest Digigets mail video. Or I'll put it in the Twitch so it's not a pain in the ass
Apparently
for you to do this.
Link your PayPal to Streamlabs, so when people send you PayPal donations, you get a pop-up.
Huh.
I guess that's how it works.
I mean, we both have PayPals.
We both do have PayPals.
You just want to give us money.
Yeah.
digitalboyreviews@gmail.com. I mean, we'd probably have to make an integrated one for both of us for the show, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we would probably just use the I Am Games email and get a PayPal set up for it.
Yeah, we could probably do that. Legend of Dragoon is $25 at the game store. We literally saw it. Jester Monocle is too cheap to pay for it himself, even though he's the only one who cares. So if anybody else wants to help his meme by giving us $25 to buy fucking Legend of Dragoon, I'm curious about it.
You can send Steam games as
This
gifts.
must be the main gate.
So
Fuck.
just get out of there, dude.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like learn the area, basically. Is there any kind of a... There is a map.
I somewhat care.
There is a fucking map.
What?
Yeah, the select button. You didn't even press all the buttons?
God damn it.
God damn it, Tom. We were just making fun of people who don't do that, like, yesterday.
I didn't press the select button because I just
That must be the main gate.
assumed bad things, I guess.
you can. It actually doesn't stop gameplay. It like you can still move while the map is up. Like you have to hold the button for it to be up. So it's like you're looking at it. It's interesting. I like it because I like that I can look at the map and run away at the same time.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do feel bad. You're allowed to feel bad. Jester Monocle is like, I am a tomboy. Tom is everything I aspire to be and have raised myself to be. Therefore, I am dirt poor.
Makes perfect sense. So we're like, at this point, we're on a wild goose chase looking for a fucking FedEx box, right? And so I'm looking it up on Google Maps, and there's the one that's like clearly the one the guy was telling us about. That's like, you know, that's whatever. And then there's like another one that's just like, you know, that's like a little bit closer to where we are. So I'm like, cool, let's go to this. So we're driving into this like weird like area of just like business buildings. It looks like where hospitals would be, you know, like where there's just like a bunch of large strange buildings in an area, and like it literally drives us through a spiral to get to the place where this location is, and it's just in some nondescript business building. Couldn't tell what businesses were in there or what's going on.
Before you go down there.
Oh, how do I switch what item?
L2 and R2, and then triangle.
Okay. So, like, yeah, just some weird random business building that has no demarcation of what goes on therein. And this was the place.
Yeah, that's why I told you to use the human.
We pop in to this place, and there's just, like, a FedEx box there, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'll drop it in this, like, I hope this is real, I hope this is legit, you know, like...
That'd be a good scam to make a fake FedEx drop-off thing. Get a bunch of random shit.
I mean, the fact that it was on Google Maps makes me think it's, you know, it is legitimate, and like it was just weird that was the only like literally within like a 10-mile radius there was like a couple. It was like really difficult to find a FedEx drop box for some reason.
Oh yeah. See, this is how the game's done. This is how you beat games.
Yes.
All right, he's gonna
fuck him up,
die.
Surge. Fuck your ass up. Fuck him up, Surge. Fuck your ass up. Fuck him up, Surge. Like, comment, and subscribe if you know what I'm referencing.
Yeah, fucking dead.
I fucking got him.
Dude,
oh my god, she is cool as fuck.
Yeah.
She is even cooler than I realized.
Damn.
I really love her tactile neck.
Oh, there's more dudes.
You ever watch Archer?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about then. I thought I had killed him when I did that fucking double slash on his fucking neck.
Oh, yeah. Now,
yeah. Oh! 10 out of 10! Oh my god.
I wish this game played better because everything else about it is fucking sick.
I am already used to the controls. I do not mind them at all.
I did not like them.
All you gotta do is just like really lay on the like right and left constantly. Just hold forward at all times and like steer your character as opposed to like stopping and... Hey, we got a subscriber, I assume, because I fucking murdered that guy.
Shades just subscribed with Twitch Prime.
Fuck yeah, big cum, big cum. We gotta make the big cum the regular tier so that people can spam it when exciting things happen.
What should I nickname my Togepi?
What should Mark nickname a female Togepi, chat? In what game are you playing? Silver? Regular silver? As in not soul silver? Oh, get fucked! Oh my god, this game is awesome. I am so happy with this purchase that I made a year and a half ago.
It's good shit, dude.
It feels like it's paying off at long last. So now that I'm finally done telling all of the technical difficulty stories, I could talk about my history with Tenchu. I had the Tenchu game, the port of Wrath of Heaven for the Xbox, the regular Xbox. It was one of the very, like, I got the Xbox so late into its life because I bought it for Halo 2 that I only ever had like 5 or 6 games for it. I had Guilty Gear X2, Pound Reload, or what is it? Sharp Reload. Fucking Dead or Alive Extreme No, not Extreme. Just Dead or Alive 2 and 3. Ultimate. That's what I meant to say. Dead or Alive Ultimate 2 and 3. Oh, get fucked. That is so satisfying. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, every hit in this game is insanely satisfying. Even when you get hit, it's satisfying.
Yeah. I had Halo 1 and 2, and I had Tenchu. And
There's a dude behind you. You woke him up.
what? Did I? Where was he? No, he's dead, dude.
Oh, you already killed him? There was
I'm trying to
you
find
went past
the...
him and the exclamation
I
point
should
went
probably...
off, so...
Oh, shit. Where? Who's seen me? Who saw me? Who looking? Oh,
guy
he's a
with the
fucking
bow?
arrow boy. That's why. I was like, why isn't he coming at me? If he sees me, what's he fucking doing? Alright, we need to figure out where the fuck did the dignitary go. Where makes sense? There's another big building and then 4 smaller buildings. So I'm gonna guess he ran to one of the smaller buildings. Alright.
This game confirmed for Digis 3x3.
I legit, it could be, because when I tried to make my 3x3, I realized that I only like 6 games. Like, I don't know, it's a weird feeling, because like every time I try to make a favorites list now, it's just been so long since I consumed most of the stuff that like would have been on it before that I just don't know how to feel about anything anymore, you know? Like I know I love the Souls games. Even then, it's been like 3 years since I... well, what was it? Early 2016 when I played through all of them? It was like right before Dark Souls 3 came out that I fucking charged through all the Souls games. Okay, I'm down here. It's difficult to understand where I am relative to the map position. Okay. Oh, maybe all those 4 buildings are like over this wall.
This game seems more like a prototype than an actual game.
Who the fuck said that?
Tough Birch. And then Infinite Roller says, it only seems like a prototype because I still haven't beaten the stage.
Yeah, we're on the first level. This is like considered one of like the top 10 best games on the PS1 by like many, many lists. Like this is considered to be one of the greatest games of all time, one of the most influential stealth games of all time.
It's good.
It is
Not as good as Wrath of Heaven, but
quite
good.
important. Yeah, Wrath of Heaven was like the more modernized, PS2 game, and I think that was the last one in the series that is considered great. Like the first 3 Tenchu are all like pretty highly regarded, but it seems like the ones after that didn't fare as well. Alright, I'm gonna fuck this old fuck.
It's just you and me.
You and me and the guys who were chasing me a second ago. Get fucking wrecked, you fat bastard. Yeah, I mean, if you can't tell by the fact that the boss of this stage is just like some fat drunken asshole, like this is meant to be like an intro stage, like a tutorial. I think if we had realized that there was a map earlier, it would have been a lot easier.
Yeah.
Like it would have been trivialized by realizing there was a map.
Well, shit.
Hey, you want to give another go?
Yeah. Hey boys, you guys are fucking aces, but for fuck's sake, learn how to make proper audio. Just put a gate on it or some shit. I don't give a shit. Get a sound guy. Play Metal Gear Rising.
What exactly is your complaint with the audio? Because it's a different complaint every time. Is it that we're clipping too much?
CM398 wants to know if you listened to the LRD song they put on the Discord yet.
Tell me how to put a gate on the audio, and I will do it. Literally just anything we haven't done, assume we don't know how. Because that's the only reason we would have not done something.
We either don't know how or we're not aware of it.
Yeah,
It's
we either don't know that it's a thing, or we don't know how it can be done. 100% of the time. Or we tried and we couldn't figure it out.
People are saying audio is good.
I think he's complaining that we clip whenever we get too loud.
That's part of the aesthetic when you get hype.
First, there's not enough audio, and then there's too much. It's just like, it's impossible to fucking... Audio gate is my new favorite scandal. Yeah, for whatever reason, when we use... It seems to be that the shit gets really quiet when we're on the laptop. And I don't know what the hell the logic behind that is, but when we're using the laptop, the audio is, like, way worse.
This girl's so hot, I can't believe they even bothered adding a dude.
Yeah.
What a waste of
A
resources.
lot of gamers will not play as a girl.
Well, that means you're gay.
There was a this struck me really hard one time that I was reading some kind of survey of like visual novel players that was asking like like how important to you is it that the protagonist is male, and like people like guys and I think that this is pretty indicative of how it is in all mediums with all fans. Guys more often than not want a male protagonist. And in the case of the visual novel things, even people who were playing Otoboku, which is a game about being a guy who dresses as a girl to go to an all-girls school, like, even that was more acceptable to them than playing as an actual girl. Whereas girls are, like, way more 50-50. Like, they kind of don't care. And I don't know if that's because of the fact that girls have already grown up in a culture where more media is oriented towards men, or if it's just, like, that they just wouldn't care. But in either case, like, girls are just more okay with playing as male characters than men are with playing as female characters, and that's why male characters are so prominent in games. Because, like, women are not going to complain about having to play as a guy. Guys will complain about having to play as a girl, which is why it's always...
I always want to play as a girl. I don't...
Right.
If, like, there's an option.
Oh, God.
But you're willing to play as a guy, right?
Like,
Right. You'd rather play as a girl, but you're willing to play as a guy.
I'm excited to see a girl.
Guys more often will not play a game where they have to play as a
I think a lot
girl.
of it just has to do with, like, a lot of video games you just had to be the dude. Like...
Yeah. That's why I'm saying, like, I think more of it is that women have just grown up used to it. And it's not just games, it's like...
Oh, God.
Like, you
oh,
know...
God. This is horribly
in
hard.
movies and stuff where, like, it's usually the guy is the main character. And it's just because it was historically the case, because... You know, there was a time when only men were even allowed to be actors, and I just think that over enough time, it's been so normal that women would be watching stories about men, and it was never normal for men to watch stories about women, you know?
Alright, well, I just got fucking raped.
Yeah, I think stealth might be more important in this level than it was in the last one.
Oh my god, alright. I just don't think that I'm games enough for this.
And
you fucking crushed it, and I like can't even do it.
And all of that is why I was making my Cool Girl Game series, but way back, where I wanted to make a series that celebrated games with female protagonists, but like, nothing else but that. Just like, here's games where you play as a girl. That is the only purpose of this series, because I have this suspicion that there's a lot of girls who would get into games if they just could play as a girl in more games. And I had that suspicion because YouTuber Tamashi Hiroka, who is a big Pokemon player who got in with Gen 3, like, she ended up playing, like, all the girl games, like, all the, like, games made for girls, which are almost all terrible. And, like, she had made a bunch of videos about, like, the fucking horrible games made for girls, and how, like, most of her favorite games were games that were, like, the rare ones where you could play as a girl or as, like, a cute creature or something that were good. Like, the rare game where that was the case, just because in her childhood she was drawn to those kinds of games because she could relate to them, you know? And so I wanted to... My theory is that if there were more games where you play as a girl, more girls would play games, and more girls would be inspired to make games, thereby perpetuating a cycle where more games starring girls exist. And I don't think it needs to be any more complicated than that. You don't have to change anything about the games that exist currently. You just need to celebrate the ones that already exist that have girl protagonists. And that was the theory behind Cool Girl Games, but because of the fact that I was trying to do that without actually sending, like, without having any kind of clear message behind what I was doing, it was just confusing and no one understood why I was making a show called that. So, you know, because I didn't want it to be political, even though my intentions were sort of political, but, whatever. It didn't succeed. Those are, like, the 2 least watched videos on my entire channel. My videos on Gianna Sisters Twisted Dreams and fucking Chantilly's, which are both phenomenal games that I highly recommend. Crosscode is also a cool girl game, and this is a cool girl game. These would all be in that series if I had continued it. That was fucking sick. Wrecked. So anyways, I never got back to my Tenchu history. even though I had Tenchu for the Xbox, I could not get past like the second or third stage because in one of the early stages you get to a level where you have to fight demons, and I think
Oh God!
Yeah, did you know there's demons in Tenchu?
No.
Yeah, it's all about demons and shit. Because, like, the main bad guy is, like, a demon lord guy who's, like, risen up and he's fucking trying to ruin Japan. You're, like, a heroic ninja in these games. I was just looking at the plot on Wikipedia, and, like, you work for, like, a guy who's trying to, like, end corruption in Japan. So, like, you're only really killing, like, corrupt leaders, but then there's, like, some demons who are trying to fuck shit up, too, and you gotta fight them. So when you get to, like, level 3 in Tenchu, you'd think you'd know this because you played Wrath of Heaven, right?
I didn't finish it.
Well, I guess you didn't get very far either, but, like...
I think I only played the demo back in the day. I think that might be.
That sounds about right. Because when you get to, like, level 3, you have to fight demons, and I could, like... You can't damage them normally. Like, I think you have to have some kind of spell or something to use on them. I couldn't figure out what the fuck to do. Maybe you're just not supposed to hurt them, you're supposed to stealth past them, and I couldn't figure out how. So, like... Me and Victor, we couldn't figure out how to beat the single player. However, what's crazy great about Tenchu Wrath of Heaven is that it has a 2-player mode.
Does it?
Yeah, it has like a 2-player...
Why are we not playing that right now?
It's not just 2-player, but it's like a 2-player competitive mode. It's like who can kill more guys faster or whatever.
Why are we not playing that
right
now?
I think you're both in... We could, if you want to hook up Wrath of Heaven. I don't even know. I don't know if it's in 1 or 2. But, like, yeah, we would play the 2-player mode all the fucking time. And just, like, in this game, you've got, like, the sort of, like, cinematic kills and stuff. But in Tenchu Wrath of Heaven, it's specifically dependent on what angle you approach them from. So if you come from the right, the left, the back, the top, or the front, and you kill somebody before they detect you, then you'll do, like, you know, do a cinematic kill. And the best one is when you jump down from above, you put the sword right to the top of their fucking their head.
It's fucking sick!
It is the most satisfying thing in video game history.
Unlike this mess of D-pad bullshit movement, which is infuriating. Yeah, I'm not a D-pad boy. Like, this game is so cool, but it can't be any better than a 7 because these controls are anus.
I'll give it a try if you want. You can read the chat.
Yeah, hold on. I'm not games enough for this.
I'm totally into D-pad games.
God, who are you?
I just have...
You guys should try Tenchu Z.
I think that was like the most recent one.
Maybe.
Okay, we got a mine, smoke bomb.
How do you
Poison
feel about the
rice.
writing and crosscode? I like the game, but I found myself skipping dialogue en masse.
I like the writing. I mean, which dialogue were you skipping? Are you skipping like NPC quest dialogue or like the actual story dialogue? Because I have no problem with any of the dialogue, really. It's
all dialogue. It's all bad, apparently.
I don't know why you think that at all. I'm completely fine with the dialogue. No problem with it. I would say, because the thing is that the game has... It's very much a meta-textual game. And, like, on the top layer is, like, the story... Like, the real story that's going on involves you and, like, this guy who's, like, trying to... You're basically, like, playing the game in secret. Like, it's a game within a game, and your character is playing the game within a game secretly. And so there's, like, sort of adult, serious characters who are helping you to do that, but the people you're playing the game with are, like, younger, like, gamer types. So their dialogue is more like, you know, like how teenagers would sound who are playing a video game, whereas the... you know, the older characters are a little bit more serious. And, I could see why you might find one or the other interesting, but to me, like, the way that all the characters interplay with each other, the tonal styles of dialogue, I don't know, it's neat. I also just like the story. I don't know how far in you are, because like there's a point like in the middle of the game where it was like when I got to the second major dungeon, and it kind of felt like it was taking too long for anything new to happen, but then a whole bunch of crazy shit happened in the story right after that, and I was like, okay, I'm on board again.
Toya just gave us 2,000 bits or some shit. It says, I'll teach you fools how to make a fucking gate.
Is it literally 2,000?
Yeah. 2,000 bits.
That's like $20, isn't it?
I think so.
A bit is a cent.
I'll teach you fools how to use a fucking gate. Shit's easy to learn, trust me. Also play Legend of Dragoon, you bastards.
Send us $25 and we will play Legend of Dragoon.
Give us 500 more bits and then we
2,000
have it.
Bits is $2.
Oh yeah, now that I think
It's
$2.
$2?
Yeah.
Then they're not a penny.
I thought they were a penny.
They're a tenth of a penny.
That can't be right. How do you know it's...
Wait, somebody else said 2,000 is 20.
Yeah, that's what I...
What is the consensus? What is the answer?
A bit is a cent. I know that for a fact. When someone sends 100 bits to
like
sending you $1.
$20.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money, man.
I think so. Are you giving us that $20 to buy Legend Dragoon? Because you're
I'm
$5
sure
short.
we could probably find it for $20 online.
Possibly. I was surprised it was so cheap. Like, I was surprised it was only $25. I hope it's not like a damaged disc or something, because
It was behind the glass. I'd assume it's good condition.
I mean, apparently the game when it came out sold extremely well. So there's definitely copies out there. Like it sold like a
Just
million
Monocle,
copies.
very excited for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Don't get too excited, fam.
I mean, we're not going to play it instantly or anything. It
Right.
is an 80-hour RPG. But I am curious about it, and I would like to give it a shot.
Legend of Dragoon is on PSN, apparently.
Oh, really? How much is it on PSN?
$40.
Wait, can I buy it on the PS3? I assume that's where it would be sold, right? Because if I can buy it on the PS3, then fucking let's just pop out to the menu right the fuck now and fucking just do it.
They're saying go to the PlayStation Store, so...
Can you, like, on the PS3, can you, well, we just died, so...
Quit game?
Do you have to quit out of the game entirely to go to the...
Yeah, you can't multitask.
It's not like the
This is
PS4.
No.
So...
It is on PS3 according to Lunaris Adamantine.
So the PS3,
Keyblade Spirit, I am buying games.
I never really got into the PS3. Like, I knew it was supposed to be a badass console, but this whole interface just confused and terrified me.
Why?
At the
It's
time.
simple as fuck.
It's just like the way...
XMV's dope. I wish
The
they
fact
still
that
used
it goes
XMV
left
on
and
PS4.
right and then also up and down was just too fucking confusing, and I didn't get it. And I also played very little PS3. Like, I almost was not involved in this generation. When I got the PS4, though, I was, like, so into everything about it. Like, I loved the interface. I loved everything. I was like, this is the fucking shit. I'm not logged into the PlayStation Store.
Oh, yeah.
That appears to be Gibbons' email.
He's using this
so.
for to get WWE off his account.
Well, I don't think I have an account. I mean, I might have one on the PS4, but I don't want everybody to see my password when I type it
It
in.
would be the same account on here. You
Right.
just have one PSN ID.
Well, we'll look into it later. But,
the UI was the best on PSP, and this it was beautiful. I, for once, agree with Spicy Salts.
I remember
the
finding
cross media bar was dope.
I never played the PSP. I played the Vita, and the UI was confusing as shit.
The PSP is literally the exact same as PS3.
Is our camera okay? It looks like it's like it looks like it has fallen or something.
I guess it has fallen.
You look like you're completely cut off.
I guess it did. I guess it's a little loosey-goosey.
Loosey goosey.
Wicked mom.
Damn.
There we go. Better now.
The only thing, so I had no idea that there was like a gigantic library of games for sale on the
Legend of Dragoon
PS3.
is just $6 now, it seems, according to.
On PSN?
I'm assuming on PSN.
Well, shit. If that's what that $20 was sent to us for, I'll buy Legend of Dragoon. Not that I'm gonna see that money for like 2 months, because Twitch doesn't pay out for some time.
If it's on the PSN store on PS4, you might as well just use PS4 because we can.
Almost nothing that's on the PS3 store is on the PS4 store.
I need
It's
the
really
Togepi
stupid.
ovary.
ovary.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Toya gave us 500.
Oh, what the
For the
fuck? Did
full-
it not save after we fucking beat this guy?
Oh,
Is there like a... Do I have to actually save the game in this game?
I mean, it's from
Toya,
1990
what are you
something.
drinking?
No!
Toya gave us the last $5. You fucking cunts. You're lucky I'm drunk, but I swear to God, if you don't learn how to use a fucking gate, just slap on a gate, a compressor, and an EQ37 band. It makes everything
Hell
so
yeah.
What
much
does that
better.
all mean? Like, slap it on what? What do you mean
You
by
slap
slap
it on
it
your
on?
dick.
Slap it on what? I don't even know what a gate is, so you're gonna have to really help me out here. Like,
Oh my fucking God, dumbass Doomers didn't save the game. You Spicy Salts, you're like 12. You don't even know what saving the game is. All the games do it automatically now. Get fucked.
oh, there's like, you can use this stuff to like mark where you've been, I guess.
Yeah, but you have a map.
I'm guessing that either shows up on the map or like carries between runs.
We got some people giving Doomers shit right now. I think it's time for a race war. Fuck these
A
kids.
race war. I think you mean a what is it? What is an age group called? Is there like a word?
Generation war?
Generation war. There you go.
Intergenerational conflict is erupting.
Hell yeah. I don't even care. I like this mission.
Genocide.
I'm happy to do this again.
Yeah, this was fun.
Alright, so I think the guy starts off in the big building in the middle. So let's see how fast I can do this shit. Let's see if I can do it without getting detected.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun,
So
dun,
that is
dun,
the wall that I
dun,
am
dun, dun, dun,
on.
dun. I messaged Digi on Discord. I'll email him rip of protocols. I do not care. Toya, if you can give us directions, straight up, I will implement this. Tell me. I feel like out of the two of us, I'm probably the one
Yeah.
more capable
When
of implementing
people
this.
message me things on Discord, I glance over it and then instantly forget I saw it and
Right.
never look again.
send
Tom pays
me-
attention to people and does things that people suggest to him.
Yeah.
That's why we work best as a team here on I Am Games.
So, fucking.
See, the
Do it
thing
up.
is that there is no I in team, but there is I Am Games because we are one. That's how team we are. We're beyond teams. Games are beyond teams is what I'm trying to say. I think. Alright, this is where you go. Yeah, let me put my pee-pee in your poo-poo. I'm a bad bitch.
No.
You've been a bad boy. It's payback time.
I imagine her Japanese voice sounds like Sonna mitete kure. Well, Tom wouldn't get that. He doesn't fucking play Melee.
Melee
It's
is
a Marth joke.
gay.
For Ichigoya. But I guess I have to deal
A
with
true ninja always kills their target twice.
Yeah. We promised ninja suffering, okay? So
We did.
having to redo a stage is some definite.
Dude, he's
You
fucking
really-
wrecking you right
I think
now.
you really gotta like block and retaliate with this guy.
Yeah.
That's what I did the first time. And,
Do we haven't used shurikens yet? Are we even real ninjas? The fact that another guy comes in to fuck your oh, you got 2
no,
HP.
no, no!
Oh.
I didn't fucking run away enough.
That's some ninja suffering right there.
If you didn't know, by the way,
Samus or Edgy Samus in Resmash.
Oh, that's right. They made Dark Samus a character. Why?
Isn't it just an Echo Fighter?
I assume so. I mean, if it plays the same as Samus, then I mean, surely there's something different. I don't know if it'll be like a more powerful, slow version or what.
whoa. Quirbliberal, dumbass fucking name, saying dumbass fucking shit. Ninjas weren't even that cool. They were just peasant farmers that spied. Disgusting.
No, yeah, it's true.
Disgusting.
I mean, ninjas were not that cool.
No,
IRL.
ninjas are the fucking coolest shit. A true ninja always dies twice as well. You're on the road to glory.
Good. I wish I hadn't taken all the shurikens last time, never even used them. But I have a bomb this time. I was trying to use the shuriken, but I had forgotten that I had to like switch what shit was equipped.
How could a peasant farmer use the legendary Shadow Clone Jutsu? That's a good question.
I'm Naruto, and I want to be a ninja. I'm Ichigo, and I've got a Zanpakuto. That's dialogue from an old Project Awesomeness episode.
Everyone's just talking about fucking Smash now. It's pretty gay.
Tom does not like Smash one bit.
I'm not a fan.
All I have to say about Dark Samus rather is if they use Dark Samus as an excuse to make regular Samus like slightly faster, that would be cool. Cause I like fast.
Currently, Dark Samus, according to the chat, has a faster roll so far. So Dark Samus might be the fast one.
Faster roll?
I think that's what they said.
Samus is not like I don't do a lot of rolling as Samus. So
Yeah, Edgy Samus has a faster roll. That's all we know so far. Someone said I'm not very games. I'm not very this game. That's for sure.
I have come for Ichigoya, but I guess I have to deal with you first.
sounds like he's saying fuck every time he draws his sword. Damn.
Whoa.
Why does he seem way harder than the first time I fought him?
I don't know. Maybe we just got lucky that time. You gotta like play this match very conservatively.
I have been. I thought I was. Had I like somehow powered up by doing other things throughout the level last time? Alright, I'm getting my fucking balls rocked by this guy.
It's
At
kinda
least it's
weird.
pretty easy to get to him. Like once you know the level, it's very quick.
That was some serious camera fuckery. Yeah, I mean, this is a 90s game. The cameras weren't good in any of them, really.
No.
That was not a technology that was,
This is not the kind of stuff that bothers me in a video game, incidentally. Like,
No.
I don't care.
These are all the things that bother me in a video.
It's really funny that kind of stuff bothers you.
Bad camera and clunky controls, like the two main things for interacting with an interactive piece of media.
It doesn't feel wrong to me.
Okay.
Like I said, to me it's like I don't really consider it a problem if the game is designed around the way that it plays. Like I said earlier about in a previous stream, and me and Hippo and Jesse have all circle jerked about this many times, that like the original Tomb Raider games, in spite of the tank controls, are a super fun time because it takes like 10 minutes to fully get used to. Like, I will not say that you're just going to pick it up and know what to do. Like, it's kind of frustrating for a little bit, but once you learn the controls and then you realize that the whole game is built around those controls and that, like, you know, the challenges are things that are made to be fun on the basis of how the game controls, then it's like, oh, okay, game's fun. You know, like, it is a fun game because it's designed around how it plays. And, like, the newer games are super... The controls are super smooth, but it plays just like every other game. And, like, a lot of the challenges are just not, like, fun. Like, a lot of what the game asks you to do, in spite of the fact that it controls super well, it's just, like... very generic challenges that don't really ask much of you, whereas the original game like asks you to fucking stop and think and consider your actions, because, you know, it wasn't about doing things fast and buttery smooth, it was about making a fucking correct jump, and you felt like more of a badass when you actually accomplished it, you know?
Yeah.
Alright, get fucked. I love that guy's design, though. Not as much as hers. Hers is awesome.
Her design is
so
fucking
sick.
good.
She's really cool.
Can't wait to see her on the PS2.
Can't wait to see her in the dojins later.
Good point.
That's what I thought you were going to say, honestly. Well, I didn't think you'd use the word dojin, but I thought you were going to say something about porn. God damn it, I fucking
should've.
let myself get hit. Shit.
My
fuck.
like hotness meter of her is also like getting confused with like the coolness meter of being a ninja. So like sometimes like she's so hot, other times like she's so cool. It can be both, but
You
not
dog.
at the same
Fuck
time.
you, dog.
Dogs only have 5 HP.
I know, but he's up. Oh shit. Well, okay. I wanted to drink that eventually, anyways, but I was hoping to do it in a safer
Oh.
location.
Now you got a lot of dudes on your dick.
I know.
Someone says she'd be a cooler character, or she'd be better if you cut her arm off and turned her into a raccoon. I agree. If only someone could do that. If only
Yeah.
someone had the genius, the fucking like brilliant forethought to do something as incredible as that.
I think he's right in here.
What a shame.
Shit, he's not even in here.
I guess there are multiple door opening ones. Maybe it's randomized every time, every playthrough.
That would be crazy, but I think it's just this one right here. Yeah.
Apparently CM398 says, actually there's a couple choice images on Gelboru. Or Gelboru?
Yeah, I bet.
Never been on Gelboru.
Oh, really? That's
Gelboru.
like my main image porn site.
He's a gun! I didn't even notice he had a weapon, and you just fucking
Yeah, I didn't
pulled on
notice
him
last time at all.
instantly.
You ever been on Danboru?
I've not been on Danboru.
You ever been on anything that has Boru in the title?
Derpy Boru.
You won't.
Great.
I didn't even know Boru was a thing until Derpy Boru. I thought that's just what they called the site.
Well, it was originally Danboru because Danboru is just a Japanese word for box. And it was like just a picture of like a girl in a box, and it was
Where's the
just an
games
image
Boru?
site.
We need I Am Games Boru.
Sure. I think that's what Rowdy Fuckers Cop Killers
Right,
have, right?
that's why we need one. We need a
Yeah.
bigger, better Boru. The BBB, the bigger, better Boru.
Bigger, blacker board.
Oh, yeah!
Alright, so how do I save game? Now that I've beaten a level, I would very much like to save my game.
Yeah.
Where do I go to save game?
What do I do? Hit select.
I
That
did.
That was the solution last time. I don't know if I'd say a shuriken's a deadly throwing weapon. It's pretty annoying. They're deadly if you poison
I
them.
feel like they could very well be deadly IRL, but like in video games, they generally
From
are
what
not.
I've read, shuriken were not used to kill people. They were used to poison people. You dip the
Well,
tips
yeah.
in poison, and then
That's-
they'd fucking die.
That's what ninjas do. They fucking. But I mean, it would still hurt like a fuck.
It would hurt like a fuck.
And if it hit you in the neck, it'd probably kill you.
Right. But I'm assuming it probably would be pretty difficult to hit somebody at distance in the neck with a shuriken.
Okay, so I think in this mission, I'm just trying to like reach the other.
Yeah,
end
you're
of the
just trying to
level.
reach the other side.
Okay.
There's no place to go. That's why it's so long, because that's the challenge.
Okay.
You have to make a Tom Oliver sacrifice to save. Finally, I'm free. Heliok says, "Rip Lolliboru, grew up on that shit."
Never heard of it, but I wish I had.
You've obviously never been hit in the dick by a shuriken. It's the kill for sure.
I believe you could probably die from that. Getting
Oh,
hit in the
for
dick
sure.
by a shuriken.
For sure. Oh,
Fuck, all these fucking bitches and cocksuckers are on my fucking dick. Shit.
right now it's just like I really need to get to the other side where the bathroom is. I got to take a really
Yeah.
bad shit, and all these people.
Dude,
are...
relatable. Relatable. Except it would be a piss for me because I have to piss like every 30 minutes.
I gotta piss like.
I'm actually kind of amazed how little pissing I do on
Well,
IM
Bolu
games usually.
says,
What is this
"Go on the
fucking
roof,
idiot
mate."
doing? I would go on the roof, but the lady ninjas can follow you on the roof. So I'm like, oh, I just remembered that fucking amazing shit that Jesse taught us about. The long jump. How do you do the long jump? Is it double
up,
tap
up, and jump.
at the same time?
Up, and then jump. Yeah, like that. CM398 asks again if you listen to the LRD song you put on Discord.
I did not. I don't remember what that was.
If Digi hasn't responded to what you said in the Discord, odds are he did not see it.
No. Plus, I literally don't see anything ever.
Is that the end of the mission?
Fucking.
Sorry, I stopped for some refreshment.
Is this a trap?
Goda.
Is this a
It
setup?
seems like it. Wasn't Goda the name of the giant spider in
Oh,
fucking...
that was it.
I got Thug. Is that good or bad?
It's probably bad. You have 0
Alright, so you
out of
got
17,
next,
0 out of
retry, and
17.
quit.
Spotted 10 times. You killed 1 innocent.
Oh, I killed an innocent?
Probably the guy
oh,
who
that
didn't
drunk
fight
fuck.
back.
Yeah. I just assumed he was gonna use some drunken master kung fu on me. Like I literally
What a
thought that was gonna
racist.
happen. But no, he was just a drunk.
If you're looking for a game you can play together, the MMO WildStar is going offline next month, so they made all the premium features free. It's a really interesting experience, hanging out within a dying world with a community that's small enough to feel real.
Intriguing.
Lunaris out of
How do I
10
fucking
says,
save this game?
refreshments, aka the blood of my enemies.
Beware of pitfalls, kill quickly and silently. Beware of wild beasts. Rescue the captive ninja. Whoa, what was that sound for?
Atoya with another 500 bits.
Oh shit, that's
What
the bit
sauce
noise.
are you boys on? I'm taking another shot because you know, fuck it. Pitter patter, let's get at her.
Oh yeah, look at this place. Look
Whoa.
at the size of these fucking trees.
Alright, this is aesthetic as fuck.
Dude.
I need to take
Oh
notes.
shit, look at this guy. Alright, let's stay away from him. This looks just like the level I couldn't beat in Wrath of Heaven. It's like you get to a forest and then you go down a cave and there's fucking demons in the cave. Oh shit. Did he see me? He fucking saw me. Fucking asshole. No, no. Oh shit, he fucking knocked me out.
Fucked you up good. Alright, your
Alright,
biggest
the cameras
enemy right
are
now
definitely
is the
a
camera.
little fucked in this cave.
Remember when you said
I'm-
that didn't matter?
Well, it didn't matter until this. I'm still doing okay though. I still fucking killed his ass.
Got
Yeah,
him.
I got the fucking.
Got some HPs.
So yeah, I'm drinking some. How many shots of vodka are in this drink?
3.
I'm drinking a pink lemonade with 3 shots of vodka. I've had a. What the hell was that lobster beer called?
I don't remember.
I had some craft beer with a lobster on it. It wasn't very good. It was like way too citrusy and a little too hoppy. And then I've had like half of this Allagash Saison, which is pretty fucking great. Would recommend. All of Allagash's beers are good. They're all like Belgian style.
Toya is throwing mad cash at us tonight.
Dude, thank you, dude.
Well, he's
Sincerely.
drunk. I feel like tomorrow he's gonna wake up and be like, shit.
I think that's the only way that Twitch donations ever happen, right?
I don't know. I've seen donations where like hot girls get thousands of dollars at once.
I feel like all the money I've ever spent in my life was like that. Okay, I was going through my fucking games earlier. So when we were at the store, what was that, today or yesterday? It was today, right?
The store?
Yeah, we were at the game store.
Yeah, that was a few hours ago.
Dude, I mean, we started this at midnight. It was more than a few hours ago. But, I did a lot of things today, man. I'd do a Ghibli cast right after we got back.
I did a podcast right before this.
Um,
Friday's a packed day for us.
yeah, everything's a packed day for us
Yeah,
lately.
it really is.
So, what the fuck was I talking about? I got a lot drunker from that last sip of beer than I
So
had
yeah, I'm
from
not judging
all the
you. I'm
previous
just
ones.
worried. I'm worried that tomorrow you're gonna be upset with
Right.
yourself, and I don't want that. I want these to be donations made consciously and effectively. I don't know what I'm looking for.
How
Double
do I-
jump, tap tap,
Hold on, I want to see. Okay, that's definitely a death pit.
tap tap, jump.
Yeah! Oh my god, it's so cool. Oh shh! How the fuck was I supposed to see that? That's. Am I alive or what? What's going on?
I think there was probably like a blood spray that you can't see.
I don't know.
Tom, get used to it. This is how Twitch works. Poor decisions by sappy suckers, says Tough Birch.
Hey man, I'm just glad they're putting the money back in our wallets that we spend on this shit. Like
We do spend an
IM Games-
exorbitant amount of cash on this project.
IM Games has been, because of the fact that Tom and I are way too excited about this project, we spend way too much money on it.
Yeah.
Buying new games, buying setup shit, buying
It's getting
tech.
up there.
We also live in a fucking technocratic cyberpunk dystopia now because Tom brought this massive number of cheap computers that he has, and now we literally have a computer and monitor in every room in the house.
It feels right, doesn't it?
It fits great. I mean, we're still waiting on. I had to buy like little Wi-Fi dongles for all of them.
Yeah, the
that
computers
are
were
still on the
originally
way.
for a LAN setup because I was supposed to do LAN parties with my gaming buddies back in my old place, and we only used them once, and they all lied to me and said they'd use them all the time. That's why you don't trust people.
Yeah. They've got like so many games on them too. You put like all the Halos, all the Quakes, like
I had it set
they're
up.
fully fucking
I
realized.
even went out and bought Unreal Tournament because someone wanted it, and like, I couldn't find a torrent of it, so I bought it from GOG.
Wow.
Never used.
Oh, you. What did you guys actually play on them that time? That one time
Diablo
you played?
2.
Oh, the worst game you could have played.
Well, Diablo 2's pretty fun.
Yeah, but compared to Halo,
I like Diablo 2.
all right. I've never played Diablo.
But
So.
then you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
No.
It's a co-op game where you
It's
just go
a
around.
point and click game. I don't like point and click games.
It's not a point and click game. You just point and click to move around.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's not a point and click game.
What is a point and click
A
game?
point and click game is where like you just like it's a single screen and like you click to interact with
Okay,
objects.
well, I'm talking about any game where you use clicking to move. I am not okay with.
Well, Diablo's fun. Tommy boy, I never look back and regret. Who the hell do you think I am? Life's all about doing what you want when you feel like it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, I like this guy's attitude.
Yeah, if you keep giving us more money, that's fine. He's up to
I'm
$35.
gonna give him what I give because it feel good. Rat King Illusion, fuck you real good. Watch me stealth kill this fuck boy! Hey!
Hell yeah.
Ninja's creating suffering, biatch.
Spicy Salt has been on my dick about coding this entire night, and I'm not even coding for real right now. I'm using Construct, which is like drag and drop coding, but I am learning Python in the background as I do it.
Seemed like I was in a sitcom for a second here.
Odd Toy. Everyone's like screaming because we just killed that guy, and he's like, "God damn, get a fucking gay!"
What are we, does he want us to do it now, like in the middle of
No,
the thing?
he already messaged me on Discord and said, when I'm not drunk, I'll give you the lowdown. So
Okay.
you're not allowed to complain anymore if you're not going to give us the rundown immediately.
I mean, would you do it right now if he did?
Probably not. We probably have to stop the stream and everything. I don't think anyone wants to do that.
I have no idea.
Except for Odd Toya.
I literally, like, okay, I sincerely might actually read his shit because I am actually interested in, like, audio
Oh
engineering
yeah, me
and
too.
shit.
Like, audio stuff's sick, and I want to learn it.
Yeah.
I just don't. I just don't have the vocabulary to look for what I would need to know.
It's just that when people say things like, use a gate, I don't know what I'm using a gate on. Like, what am I using it on the program through which I record my audio? Am I using it on the...
I'm assuming in a few hours we'll find out.
Yeah.
I went to school for it. Oh, well, I guess that's why it's bothering you so much.
Yeah.
We don't have Audition. We do not. We do not have the real things. We have Audacity, like baby.
I mean, I have Adobe Audition. I've never really learned how to use it.
Oh.
I mean, I've illegally downloaded it several times. I don't know if I currently have it. There was a period where I really wanted to get into... Okay, I'm like the biggest audiophile in the analysis sphere on YouTube. And I used to be like a real stickler for audio quality, and I would tell people, like, I would be that guy who left the comment like, hey bro, nice video, but you need a new microphone and shit like that. And most of my friends copied my audio setup once they finally had the money to buy one.
Spicy Salts, do you think Digi looks like a person who would know how to code? Come on. Come on.
We said at the same time. I was big into audio, but I could, like, there's not a lot of resources.
We do have an audio interface, right? That's what the...
Yeah, the Scarlett.
Yeah, the Scarlett Solo. That's what we have right now.
I have, I have a 2i2 in my office.
And right now we're using a Scarlett Solo because that's what I have.
Right. So, which is like pretty industry standard kind of basic plug in a mic and go tech. So, yeah, it's... I'm sure it can do whatever is needed. If it's good enough for Ego Raptor, it's good enough for me. I didn't learn about it from him, but he does use the same thing. I saw it in the Game Grumps studio tour video where they had like all the fanciest shit in the universe, and the only thing I could even dream of was the Scarlett that I happen to have as well.
Yeah.
Which I started life with a Behringer, but those are shit, and they have like a low hiss that you can totally hear.
I just have a USB microphone now.
Yeah, it sounds like shit.
Look, it doesn't sound like shit. The acoustics in that room apparently are shit.
No, that microphone sounds like shit.
Then all my videos ever made
They
sounded
did.
like shit.
I always thought so.
Then
Like,
why didn't you tell me until
I
yesterday?
thought everybody's audio sounded like shit forever, but like most of you listen to your shit on fucking laptop speakers.
I mean,
like,
I don't. I
dude.
just don't care. I guess it does not.
dude,
bother
it
me
was
as
so
much as it bothers
funny
you.
when Ben was Ben was at our house because he uses a very similar microphone to yours, and it sounds like a tin can, and he legitimately had no idea that his audio was like worse than everyone else in the PCP.
I remember this story. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I told him, like, dude, you listen to the PCP on laptop speakers. So like I brought him up to my room and played him on my speakers, and he was like, oh. And like when you made the Doom video, you played it for me, and it was coming through like the built-in speaker on your computer.
I was wearing headphones when I was editing.
Right, but like when I listened to it on, I was like, it sounds like that because it's playing for the built-in speaker, right? And you were like, yeah. And then I listened to it on my computer, and I was like, it sounds the same.
No, but that's a mono speaker built into the desktop. Everything sounds 10 times worse on it.
But it's funny too because I don't even mix my audio very well either because I am using a $30 pair of speakers. Like I'm not using like I'm not using great. I used to have speakers that my friend Donson had given to me, that were like, you know, I don't know how much they costed or anything, but like it was the ones that he had been using before, and he's like a tech head kind of an audiophile. Not enough to like spend big bucks on headphones, but enough to fantasize about spending big bucks on headphones.
Right.
And I used to have, I shouldn't even say used to. I have a pair of Audio-Technica, AT50s, which are like the beginner level, like if you're starting to get into nicer headphones, like $150. And anything above that level of quality is like way the fuck more. The reason I use Audio-Technica gear in general is that they are like the middle market of audio shit. Like if you want to be good enough to fool everybody but pros, you get Audio-Technica, and it's way cheaper than buying like actual professional shit.
Right.
And like even a lot of pros won't tell the difference. Like they, you know, you'd have to be like really fucking knowledgeable to know that it was these kind of things. And there's so little resources for audio online because nobody knows what the fuck they're talking about. Like if you look at the reviews of basically any mic online, it's always just people being like, well, it worked for me. You know, like, I got great audio out of it. I'm a hobbyist who fucking... This is my first microphone, but it seems like it's great, you know?
Odd Toya dropped another 500 bits. Says, literally just because Digi is the only anti-tuber who seems to give a shit about audio. Also, fuck you, Tom, for using a USB mic. I've got a zip file for Pro Tools for you and Digi. It makes life 10 times easier.
I want to ask Odd Toya, do you know of the YouTuber Chase Face? And if so, how do you feel about his audio? Because Chase Face is a guy who is like a semi-professional voice actor. Like he's not enough to make a career out of it, but he's done professional work and he knows people in the industry and shit. He's primarily a gaming YouTuber, I guess, but he's also done some anime shit. He's pretty okay. I had talked to him a few times. He and I... It's funny, like, we're just, like, the kind of people who just kind of don't click in a weird way. Like, we just feel very differently about the world, I guess. But, like, he's really big into, like, God, I can't fucking see anything. His audio is, like, what's the word I'm looking for? He not just compressed, but he does EQ on like his voice, and like he's very much about like building an EQ curve for your voice perfectly and shit. And I got like way into that briefly, where I thought like, oh man, I'm gonna get Adobe Audition, I'm gonna learn how to like EQ my voice just right, and like I think for the purpose of analysis videos, it makes it sound worse. And like his videos are like super like, you know, well compressed audio, well EQ'd over music, and to me it just like when you're listening to a guy talk for like 25 minutes straight with that level of EQ, it sounds so unnatural that it just grates at my mind. And like it's the kind of thing where you hear it and you think, "Oh, that sounds professional. It sounds good because it sounds professional." But like I don't think it actually does what it should do. Like, it just makes my brain hurt. Watching his videos slowly hurts me because, like, listening to a guy talk for 25 minutes, you want it to sound more natural. You want it to sound kind of roomy because it's a guy fucking ranting at you for 25 minutes, you know? Because all of his videos are fairly long analysis videos. And, like, I mean, I think, like, it could just be his voice because he has one of those like very deep like cool guy voices. Like he tries to like perform like he's doing voice acting when he's reading a script, which I'm sure adds to the problem. Like Ego Raptor does EQ on his voice and it sounds fine, but I don't think he does anything as extreme as what Chase is doing.
I don't understand anything you're talking about because I've never watched this guy.
Do you know what EQing your voice is?
Nope.
Alright, it's basically just the controlling the frequencies. Like, you know, like when you talk, you're usually in like a mid-range frequency. Like not super deep and bassy, not super high-pitched unless you're a girl. And like, if you were to try to make your voice sound better, you would want to cut out the... First of all, if you want to make audio sound better, cut the super low frequencies entirely. Because, like, most of your, like, bumping the mic or, like, room noise and shit is going to come in as low frequencies. So you just want to cut
low frequencies.
If you're using, even Audacity, you can do this, but it's not as visually comprehensible. But, like, literally, if you just open up an equalizer, it'll have a list of all the frequencies, and, like, you just drop the lower frequencies to nothing. So, say like 4400 hertz or something might be like a super low frequency, and you just kill that by like, it'll be like volume sliders, you know? You just lower the volume slider of the low frequency to nothing. But usually like you want to find where your voice falls in, which if you're using something like FL Studio, its built-in EQ machine like will show you what frequency something's at. So like, let's say I were to take audio of me doing a script and then I threw it into FL Studio and then I opened the EQ. It would visually show me like where my voice falls in the EQ range, and then I can just grab a button that is like where my voice is most powerfully heard, raise that up, and it'll make the like the core tone of my voice louder. So that way, like, you know, the center point of my voice is coming through loud and clear, whereas all the other stuff I might reduce a bit. And then this is very important for music because say you're making a rap song, usually the music of a rap song is super low and super high frequency so that it doesn't interrupt the midsection where the voice is. So like if you're making something sound super clean, you want to make it so it has all the frequencies. However, you also have to consider what people's listening devices are. If you're listening on a phone, like a phone speaker or a laptop speaker, the low frequencies will be inaudible because it just doesn't have the bass to create those frequencies. However, the high frequencies will be super audible and often super loud. So like, there was a period in the mid-2000s when everybody was buying iPods and like most of them had kind of, you know, just the shitty I fucking tried to double tap jump and failed. Most of them just have like the standard speakers that they come with, and like the low frequencies aren't super pronounced, so they mixed everything to sound better in high frequency speakers. So there's like a whole era of early 2000s like metal and extreme music that just sounds like dog shit on modern speakers because it was mixed for laptop speakers.
Seems like a poor decision.
I mean, and all throughout the late 90s, everything was mixed for radio, which radio also doesn't have the most low frequency. And on radio, they just try to like compress everything, because if you compress something, it just kind of goes into all frequencies at equal volume. So like no matter what you're listening to something on, it will always sound loud and correct if compressed. And so like most audio technicians in the industry just overcompress everything because they just want it to sound acceptable on all devices, and everybody except for audiophiles doesn't give a shit. So like if you overcompress everything, most people won't even notice or care, and it's really sad, but like anybody who cares about audio will notice. A lot of anime is overcompressed, and it drives me crazy. I was complaining about this in one of those Goblin Slayer videos, that like as soon as I heard the dialogue, I could tell like everything was, because what compression does is it takes everything to just below peaking. So basically it takes all the stuff that's quiet and makes it louder, all the stuff that's loud and makes it quieter, and brings it all to just below the peaking point. And so like it's basically as loud as it can be without causing distortion, but like it also makes it sound worse in terms of like the quality, because there's no dynamic range. Everything just sounds the same volume, which is unnatural, and it feels weird, you know. But because of the fact that most people have just like grown up listening to stuff that way, and most people not only don't care, but also just don't have the best hearing. Like, I'm sure my mom wouldn't be able to tell, because my mom has literally blasted max volume metal music in her car her whole fucking life, and her hearing is dog shit. So like, she literally would not be able to tell even if she wanted to, you know? Some of the music she listens to is like unlistenably badly produced. And I listen to black metal. Like, I listen to music that sounds badly produced on purpose, but as long as the aesthetic is good, then that's what really matters, you know? I've been going on a technical rant about audio for a long time. Is anything happening in the chat?
No, not really. Toya said, again, he went to school for audio production. Said, he responded to your Chase Face thing. He said he has good audio, but it only works on an acting environment. The problem is the deliverance. You hit the voice acting problem on the nose. For more dynamic deliverance like Digi's, it would work much better for analysis.
Yeah. I just... Some of his... Like, he did this one video about the audio in The Last of Us, and it was like... It was interesting, but, like... It was ironic to me that, like, the way his audio was mixed made the video kind of headache-inducing and hard to sit through, in spite of the fact that, like... He obviously knew what he was talking about. Like, he knows shit about audio, but his idea of what is good audio is just make it sound as professional as possible. And I'm not about that. I don't think that professional is always better. Now, granted, like, when people listen to my music, they often tell me, like, oh, your mixing is bad and you need to master your recordings. And, like... I do think I could do a lot more, but at the same time, someone did try to master one of my albums, and I didn't like the way it sounded as much. Now, granted, he had just run it through, like, a basic mastering program. He hadn't, like, fucked with it and tried to make it perfect. And I don't even completely comprehend what even the fuck is a mastering, but, you know, I like the way that unprofessional stuff sounds, because I just think there's more aesthetics than clean, you know? It's the best way I would put it.
Yeah, fuck.
Get fucked. That's how the whole game should be played.
Agreed.
Is you wait for them to turn around before you run out. You'd think I would have completely internalized that by now. Let me know if you find yourself itching for another turn, by the way, Tom. I've been hogging the controller for a while.
It's all good. I'm not itching yet. Yeah.
Fucked. Oh, it gutted him. That was fucking sick.
The fucking everything.
Oh, what is this?
Everything about this presentation is great. Everything about the controls are infuriating. So I'm at a loss.
I don't mind the controls at all.
Oh, they make the game borderline unplayable for me.
You just gotta think of your character as something you are steering more than directly controlling.
Yeah.
And I know I complained about that in one of my other videos, but I don't mind it when it's a game like this. Oh yeah, it was the debate video.
Yep.
I don't know. It's steering, but it also feels precise. Like, it's very tight.
What? You think this is tight? This is the loosest, crappiest shit.
How is it loose? Every button press is like a very exact. Like, look, I can super micromanage the amount of turn I do.
But trying
like,
to move and
turning like you can.
Trying to move and turn while in combat is impossible. You just start going in weird semicircles and it's messy and
no, you
good.
Just gotta look.
No.
The key is that when you're trying to move, you gotta hold forward and a button, and when you're trying to just turn quickly, you just press a side button and you turn much faster.
I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to like position myself strategically when in combat.
I mean, you're not supposed to get into combat.
All right, I get that. I understand that. And I understand that, like, complaining about these controls is stupid because, like, it's probably bad on purpose because it's, like, you're not supposed to be a fucking melee master, you're
Oh, what the hell was that?
a gay.
Now that was retarded. That is... How was I meant to tell that was a pit? There's no indicator. I need more fucking alcohol. I also need to be checking my map more frequently.
Toya just messaged me on Discord and said, we need the interface to use Pro Tools, so it's good we have it. Just let me know when either you guys be open for a chat about it. I can pretty much teach you everything you need to know in about an hour or two.
It's a long time.
It is a long time. I can probably find the time. I don't think you would be able to find the time for 2 hours of audio lecture.
All I want is just a text dump of instructions.
Ugh.
Usually with me, it's like, when it comes to shit I can't figure out how to do, it's just like one missing piece of information that is the connecting thread between me and understanding. And it's usually like where do I shut? Did we lose a bunch of viewers from me doing my fucking audio rant?
I don't know. Where were we at before?
I don't think we were ever higher than that, actually.
I don't look at it.
I
always look at the chat.
Yeah. How long have we been going for?
We've been going for 2 hours and 11 minutes.
Holy shit! I didn't realize we've been going that long already.
Yeah. I mean, this is nothing compared to the last stream we did last week, so...
Yeah.
I need to take a piss soon.
Go ahead, my dog. Anything
Did you want to switch up to Tenchu 2 at some point? Give that a go and see how it changed? Or?
We could.
I mean...
I feel
chat said that you can't save this game. I'm pretty sure that's a lie, but
if that's true, that's a fucking nightmare. But I'm at a point with this game where I feel like I will play through this entire game on my own time for sure, regardless of whether we stream it. I really like this game a whole lot. Don't know why I kept trying to jump these pits earlier. Like, that's obviously why I was failing. It is kind of bullshit, like, how difficult it is. I mean, I guess they just expect you to move super fucking carefully at all times. But, like, those pits are real hard to see.
Your hearts.
I'm just excited to be playing a game that I'm better at than Tom. It's a real nice feeling.
Yeah, it's refreshing.
Oh shit, that guy fucking saw me. Ah! How do I go up? There we go. Oh, this guy fucking... Where did you even... What is down there? Where did you come from? What pit of hell? From whence did you spawn? Oh god, they're all over my fucking nuts!
You're all over my nuts.
They're all over my nuts! Yeah, get fucked. I bet you guys can't walk this fucking bridge.
Food up,
Wait, was there a fucking... Ooh.
Something I want to
there's
say
a guy over there.
about this game.
This is cool.
I keep forgetting the CDs.
That's fucking sick. That's fucking so cool.
So this game has insanely fucking great animation for a PS1 game.
Oh yeah.
Or just for games in general. Like so many of these era of games, the characters animate like wooden boxes with like pikes up their asses. Like everything about the animation in this game is smooth as fuck.
Can I get over there?
Oh, we've put ourselves in a bit of a pickle. I mean, you could
get over there.
Oh
yeah, sick.
yeah, ninja.
Fuck yeah. Oh my god. Like both of those pathways I had not even noticed the first time through.
Ninja stuff. Sam.
Is
that a pit?
I'm really afraid of it being a pit.
There's a texture there slightly. I think you're okay. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
1,000 feet, 2,000 steps. Let it all
Let me get the
sink
chat
to
back up in here.
1,000 depths.
Not a new Tenchu, but FromSoft is making their own ninja game. Yeah, that looks pretty
Yeah,
cool.
we are well aware of the Tenchu fucking... from... You know what I'm talking about. Incidentally, Tenchu Wrath of Heaven was apparently published by FromSoft in Japan.
Well, weird.
Yeah. I didn't even know they acted as a publisher.
Yeah, me neither.
Especially because... It's especially weird because, like, these games are made by, like, a subsidiary of Capcom.
Whoa, what?
I think.
Really?
That game was. Yeah, I was looking at the Wikipedia article.
Oh god,
I
you're
didn't-
you're getting bum rushed right now by dudes.
Yeah, dude. Oh, fuck. Let me try to jump over these fucks and just run for it. Oh, this is a dark, scary cave. Dark, scary cave. Get fucked, dude. No, oh, damn it. I thought I killed him and that was the other guy. Shit.
Oh god, there's more.
Oh, there's too many fucking scary guys in the scary cave.
Are these all? I guess these guys are all stealth killable, but it seems like they're just like there right. When
No,
you're around
you
the
gotta,
corner.
you just gotta wait for them.
Oh yeah, you can like if you go up to a corner of a wall and you hit I think
that's
circle,
fucking
you do a Metal Gear sneaky thing. That's probably would be very helpful
Oh, cool.
to like know when guys are coming and shit.
Yeah. It would be nice if it
Did
wasn't
you-
so
do you consider
goddamn
yourself-
dark that I can't tell what is or isn't a pit.
Darker Player says, do you consider yourself pretentious?
Who the fuck considers themselves pretentious? I mean, do I pretend to be anything? Like, I would consider myself the opposite of pretentious because I do not pretend to be anything. I am just who I am. I am very honest with who I am.
Whatever I say,
I am
I want to know
who
if
I
Tom
am
considers
and
himself
what I
pretentious
am.
instead.
I mean, I don't think so. I'm like
What
very
would- what do you pretend to be?
self-deprecating, which I guess is like not pretentious.
Like, to the literal definition of the word pretentious is pretending to be something that you are not.
Okay, I don't think
Usually
that's
it
how
means
pretentious
pretending
is
to be
used.
smart. I mean that is like when
No,
people say
when
pretentious.
people say pretentious, what they really mean is arrogant, like arrogant and like full of yourself. And
I
like,
don't think that I mean to just say arrogant. Like I think that pretentious usually refers
carrying an air of like
I think
empty,
pretentious
empty
usually means
superiority is what I think pretentious. Would
I
be
usually
in the
think of
common
it as like
vernacular.
something that's trying to appear to be smart, but it doesn't actually. It does not prove itself to be
Sure,
smart.
sure, yeah. That's it's gonna be a.
I don't think I pretend to be smart. I think I just like say the things I think, and if people think they sound smart, I often get accused of being pretentious by people who seem to just think that because I use like big words, I'm trying to sound smart, and it's just like, dude, I just use the words I know. I use the words that come to mind. I didn't learn these words so I could sound smart.
Yeah,
I
people
just
did
picked
call
them
me
up.
pretentious back in the day when I said when I did videos. I'm like, I don't know, this is just my vocabulary. Like,
Yeah, I think
I
it's
read books as a kid.
look.
I guess.
This might even be a pretentious thing to say, but I know it's facts because I know enough shit. When people hear you say words that they don't know, and they don't they don't want to like admit to themselves that you might know more than them, it makes them insecure. And like
Sure, yeah.
a lot of the
Everyone's
times,
operating under their own baseline.
whoa, what in the fuck is this shit?
You remember I said the animations were good? I take it back on that guy.
This is like some fucking 300 shit right here.
Yeah, and you have 13 HP.
Yeah, I'm probably fucked.
Yep. What's your item you have right now?
I have like a smoke bomb.
I mean, maybe that'll help. Maybe not. Dude.
Oh, really? Go what new playmate? Well, I didn't expect a big fuck boss to be at the end of this fucking stage. Especially such a long ass stage.
Ouch.
Alright, well, Tom, do you want to give it a try? Or do you want to switch to Tenchu 2?
Whatever you feel like doing, dude.
I don't feel like playing right now.
I'm curious
just
to
did
try
that stage
Tenchu
like
2.
8 times.
I want to do Tenchu 2. I'm hoping
Alright,
the
go
controls
for it.
get tighter.
Go for it, dude. I mean, we also have Wrath of Heaven, which is Tenchu 3.
Yeah,
so-
but I wanna go step by step.
Yeah. Alright, everybody, we're switching over to fucking the sequel.
We're never gonna be able to play Tenchu 2 once we get to Wrath of Heaven because it is the best. All right, where is? Oh, I think.
My lexicon is pulchritudinous. I've never heard the word pulchritudinous. I don't know what that means.
Oh, I thought you quit the game, so I just took the discount.
Nope.
Alright. I think you can probably still do that.
Heal you, bitch. I didn't have any heal. I could not have healed.
Yeah, it was a smoke bomb.
Hell yeah, fuck cave levels.
Do you think we still need this plugged in? It's probably charged.
Honestly, like, at first I was kind of like, fuck cave levels, but then when I figured out that while I was on that one walkway, there were, like, the 2 different secret paths I could take, I was pretty fucking hyped. Not gonna lie. I think, a big difference in the way that I feel about games, which might be why I like those PS1 games, and, like, in spite of the fact that I didn't play them at the time, is, I much more so than like having a huge open space where you can do whatever. I much prefer like a super small space that you really have to think about. I think that's why I love Ocarina of Time so much, because like it was like one of the first 3D adventure games, and a lot because of that fact, like it really concentrates on how you think about the space. It's like you have to look around, and like every part of the room is kind of used, and something like the Great Deku Tree is a perfect example of like building an entire level out of the fact that it is a 3D space, you know? And I feel like as 3D games have progressed, they've gotten away from that, and they care less and less about the density of individual areas and more about like how big can we make it. And as a result, none of the individual spaces are interesting anymore. In the real world...
Oh God, she's less hot now.
Oh no.
What happened?
I don't understand.
Oh, God.
Maybe she'll be better looking when you play?
No.
Maybe she animates
I
better?
don't even want to play. I just kind of want to be this guy now. Oh, God.
You gotta pick her, man. You gotta see what happens.
Oh,
We gotta...
the
There's gotta be
training
more to it.
course. She just looks like a slut now.
I'm okay with that.
No, but not in a good way.
I mean, it's not as cool as the original design
like a
at all.
used slut.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to care about this? Alright. So far, this game is a solid 2. That design really fucking did not start
It's
me off.
way worse than the original. It's kind of shocking.
It's really bad. I'm worried about Wrath of Heaven now, but I remember her design looking just like
she looks,
Tenchu 1.
Yeah, she looks like she does in Tenchu 1.
Someone fixed that. Oh my god, I'm so...
Yeah.
I'm not happy right now. Holy shit. Whoa, it's bright.
It's the fucking unbeatable Bonzuke.
I think there's some draw distance in the game now, I guess.
Yeah, this looks like a Ninja Warrior course that you're about to do.
I feel like I'm probably gonna fuck this up.
On Mount Sasuke.
I can see this in Inuyasha.
But better than Halo so far, according to Tom? What do you mean?
No, she looks awful.
I'm guessing he's referring to the time that you called Halo like a 0 out of 10 because you got killed by a guy.
Right, yeah.
Tenchu 2 is actually a prequel.
When you've trained enough, proceed to the house for your final test. Perform all 4 training exercises. Training sites are marked by wooden signs. The diamond-shaped marker will guide you through each exercise.
So I guess she looks this way because she's like a younger ninja in training.
God, I hope that's the case, and she turns into her hot self in the real game.
That would be fucking awesome.
Cause this
Whoa.
ain't that.
This is interesting. Whoa. Okay, this is very different. This is way more different than I expected.
Unfortunately, the controls are exactly the same.
But it's still way more different than I expected.
Like
I don't understand why it's so pulled up in your fucking grill.
There's still no analog, and
Dude, analog sticks were invented towards the end of the PS1. Dude.
No. It was like a year or 2 in.
Really?
Yeah. L1 plus directional button. Step 3.
Oh! Too fast.
Circle plus directional button.
I gotta say, in spite of this being obviously technically superior to Tenchu 1, it looks not as good. In every way. Circle. You gotta press circle.
I am. Oh, I had to plus the direction. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
not a very convincing role.
I guess they figured that the first game didn't instruct people enough on what the fuck to do, so
I
they
mean,
added
we were
a
figuring out
tutorial.
moves the entire time. So.
Yeah. What's your favorite Soulsborne boss? One in terms of aesthetic and one for the fight itself. Oh god, I don't even know.
Rolling reverse, R1 plus X. Alright.
This is gonna be probably one of the weirdest. Okay, let me tell you, Tom.
Alright.
Let me tell you why I Am Games was necessary and why it had to be
big
you
jump,
playing
circle
the games.
plus up plus X.
As you may have noticed from the fact that
Whoa.
I love the controls in Tenchu and
They're-
weird shit like that.
Yeah. Your weird.
I have
taste.
very different tastes in video games from most people.
Sure.
And this is why I really struggled to make either a gaming channel or to make gaming content. Is that the kind of games I wanted to talk about were rarely the kind of shit anybody gave a fuck about. And it's not just a matter of, like, I like weird games. It's I don't like the games that most people like. And I do like games that are weird and nobody else seems to care about. And most of the time, the games I like are on the basis of something to do with the way that it's played that uniquely resonates with me and nobody else seems to fucking like or care about. I mean, obviously, Tenchu is a popular game series, so it's not like this is a case in point. But, like, I always struggle with that. And I don't remember what I was gonna where I was going with this. Was there a game we had just mentioned?
I don't think so.
The fuck am I thinking about?
Grab it.
I was building up to say there was some game I don't like that I thought you had just mentioned.
I didn't mention any games.
What were we talking about?
You were just talking about how the aesthetic of this game is not as good, and it doesn't seem despite it being technically better, it's not actually as good.
Well, I mean, that was like way earlier. I thought you had mentioned something. You said some words, right?
Maybe. I don't really think about what I say before I say them.
Someone help me.
You were talking about why I Am Games came to be.
Yeah, but before that, like, I brought that up because I thought Tom had mentioned a game, and I was about to say dramatically that I don't like that game. That was like some like world-renowned popular thing that surely I would be psycho for not liking.
I don't even... Oh, is it because someone said it's not as good as Halo?
No, I love Halo.
That's what I thought. That's why I don't know, dude. I think you're just dumb.
I'm kind of drunk.
Alright.
A little
Grappling hook. Press and hold. Release when ready to throw. I am throwing it. There we go. Dun, 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 dun.
You read my... Oh, thank you. You read my Soulsborne question went on a tirade. It was the Soulsborne question that inspired this. I was trying to say that, like, my taste in games aren't that much like other people because I'm not really into bosses.
I kind of agree.
Yeah, you're actually on my side with this?
Yeah, most bosses, I think it's just because, like, for me, what my favorite thing about games is, like, being able to, like, use the mechanics.
Yeah.
Like, and having to, like, either adopt to, like, very specific mechanics for a boss pattern as opposed to giving more experimentation, or just the fact that, like, bosses are more difficult and they require, I guess, a certain way of thinking.
Right.
Whereas with enemies, like, it's just kind of like the game's built more around the random enemies than the bosses for the most part.
Yeah.
So, like, that's the most fun part of the game. I like kind of just, like, fighting. I like being one dude fighting tons of other dudes and, like, doing
Alright,
a bunch
I'm
of cool
gonna...
things.
Okay, already people are giving their, like, this about bosses, that about Look, I'm talking about flat out, across the board, not a huge fan of bosses. And the reason is that for me, most of the fun of a game is just, like, running around and doing shit. Like, I just like that feeling of... Okay, I understand that bosses are about the big come as opposed to the small comes that you get throughout a game. But I just would rather run around and get the little comes than the big come, I guess. In spite of how much
I am games.
In spite of how much I like, okay. On I Am Games, getting the big comes a lot of fun because of the fact that there's the whole chat reaction and it's like it's magnified tenfold. But like for me, usually by the time I finally beat a boss, my emotion is more fucking finally.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I feel that a lot.
Like I enjoy like trying to like beat a room where there's a lot of enemies that might be a little bit challenging.
I
because
do
it
like
feels
that.
more
I will say
unexpected. You know,
in between, if you had like me like an arena challenge with a bunch of like waves of regular enemies versus a boss, I'll take the waves of guys.
Same. I just
not that I don't enjoy bosses, but I just usually don't enjoy them as much.
I just feel like when I'm on a boss, I feel more like I'm stuck. It feels more like a choke point in the game, and it feels like, well, now I don't get to do anything. It's like you can't do anything till you pass this guy, and so it always feels more like an obstacle or a pain in the ass to me. And I've had this. I talked about this with Victor back in the Digibros days, and he was like completely of the opposite opinion. He was like, bosses are the only thing I care about, you know? But like, where we disagreed about this the most was specifically in Zelda. Because I think Zelda bosses, and I know a lot of people agree with me on this, Zelda bosses are fucking terrible. Like, Zelda bosses are just find the weak point and hit the fucking weak point, and like, they're easy as fuck. The only times they're ever hard is if they just have a really frustrating mechanic. But like, overall, they're, you know, it's just like a thing to have a capstone on the level, but the level, well, really, it's just the movement mechanics in themselves that are the most interesting part. It's just like, you know, figuring out how we can make unique challenges on the basis of these mechanics, but to then have a challenge that's like, okay, here's a unique challenge, but you have to do it 6 times in a row, and then the boss will be dead. It's like, that's not fun. Like, because rarely is there a boss where it's not just about figuring out the pattern and then doing the thing 4 times, you know? Like, even in a Souls game, like, the difficulty of a Souls boss is learning when you can attack. It's like figuring out how to dodge each of the attacks that they have, learning when you're allowed to attack, and then getting in and doing the attacks as fast as possible. Now, granted, if you are playing Souls particularly well, you probably won't have to take a shitload of time on any particular boss. But, like, yeah, it's just, like, learn the pattern and then do the thing a bunch of times. And, I don't know, it's not as fun to me as just running around in the game. Like, when I picture Souls, when I picture what I love about Dark Souls in my head, I picture me one-hit killing random enemies in the middle of the fields and feeling like a god. Not so much like conquering some insanely hard boss. When I think of the bosses, I mostly just think, oh my god, those are such a fucking pain in the ass trying to beat that guy. So like, I can't exactly think of like one boss I consider super fun to play. Like, there's some that are cool aesthetically.
I can think of some bosses that are fun. The Nilo Angelo fights in DMC 1 are fucking awesome. Because the Nello Angelo fights are basically like he's the same size as the normal enemies. He's just like has more moves and he's harder. So it's like you get to play the game you want to be playing against like one really strong dude, and that's pretty cool.
I feel like other than him, the bosses in DMC 1 are the worst part of the game. Like getting stuck on the spider boss the first time I played was the most frustrated I got playing that game.
Yeah, the first Phantom fight is like a big difficulty spike in the game, and if you're not prepared for it, like if you play against the first Phantom boss and you don't have air raid, you're pretty fucked. It's tough, but I did have air raid, so I wrecked his shit. Yeah, fuck.
I will say, okay, what Baku Haku Draws Thing says, I find bosses and stuff like JRPGs a lot more fun than most action-y games 99% of the time for that exact reason. Agreed. I will say that, like, in Final Fantasy X, for instance, the bosses are the best part, and, like, that's what most of the game is, because they kind of realized that. Because, like, fighting random enemies in JRPGs very quickly feels like a huge fucking waste of time, because, like, if you learn the optimal strategy for beating them, then it's just do the same thing every single time. And it's not usually as satisfying and cathartic as that would be in an action game, where it might be, you know, use the optimal combo and like you do it on a few guys and eventually hopefully you get a new combo that you can test out, but like, or at least a more frantic situation. But when you're getting into random battles in a JRPG and you've already figured out the best way to kill those enemies, it's like just boring. But with the bosses, especially in games like Final Fantasy, there's usually like a puzzle element. I think that's generally a Hironobu Sakaguchi design philosophy, is that like really the boss fights in Final Fantasy games are typically more of a puzzle than they are like just a fight. It's more about like, what are this boss's specific weaknesses and strengths? What moves do I need to like use on my characters to make them right to fight this? And I'm basing this mostly on like Final Fantasy X, which has a particularly engrossing tactical battle system. Anyway.
Why is this training level so big?
Nello Angelo points to the door and says, "Let's take this outside. It's so cool."
Dude, oh man. Ah, Devil May Cry 1's so good.
Final Fantasy X bosses are so fucking gimmicky. That's what makes them cool, because they're all different. That's like saying the rest of the gameplay is so bad, the fact this is at least something going on improves it. I don't think so. The Final Fantasy X bosses, especially in the later part of the game, like legitimately require you to really think about everything you have at your disposal and like what you have to do.
This
Like,
one?
they're not easy. They like really make like push your knowledge of what you are capable of and how the game works to the test. And you still have to learn like their patterns and everything, you know.
I already did this. I did this.
Did you listen to one of your decompression chambers, and in it you said you were 3 years away from finishing anime? Do you think you're on track for that? I haven't been working towards it enough to be on track for it. I think that when I said that, I didn't expect to find other things to do with my time. Has Tom done anything in the game? I have not been paying attention.
I'm just stuck in the tutorial. And I'm just doing the a section I already did because it doesn't untrigger these, and I gotta do it again. Well, this game's not as good as Tenchu 1 just because they went too far in the other direction, and now I'm taking way too long to do this shit.
Is this even what is... Like, what do you have to do right now?
I have to do the basic baby moves.
Once you grab on, press left and right to move. So just do that.
Yeah.
Go right now.
I already did this once, but it triggered it again because I went back to where I was without realizing it. Because this area is huge and it shouldn't
Tough
be.
Birch says, I think you can literally just leave.
Oh.
You can get out by going back to the house.
Alright, well fuck this shit then. I thought I actually had to do all 4 things first. I've only done 2.
Why is this tutorial stage so impossibly massive?
That's what I've been saying. Like, why would you have all of this shit? I feel like they're trying to show off their new engine. They're like, look how much bigger we can make things, how better the draw distance is.
But why is it so up your ass with the camera? I don't get that. It feels weird as fuck.
Like, you'd think it would want to stay like that the entire time, but as soon as you start moving, it zooms way the fuck in.
Maybe it makes more sense in the context of actually playing.
Hey.
Like, maybe it's because this makes it so you can tell what you're doing in the battles better, but I would feel like even that would be harder.
Yeah, I'd want a better overview of what I'm doing. Alright, I think this is the house, right?
Probably.
There's a door, so I'm gonna go in.
You still have a map with select, right?
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah, I already tried that.
Oh. Oh no. What does start do?
That.
Do the L1 and R1 buttons do anything?
They let you sneak. I guess this isn't the house, because this guy is just...
He's doing his thing.
I think we all know the best quote in Metal Gear Revengeance: "Give war a chance."
No,
no.
No.
Isn't it Nano Machine's son?
The best quote
That's
in
one
Metal
of my
Gear
friends quote
Rising
all the time.
that came out in 2012 or 13 is when Senator Armstrong comes out and he's giving his speech to Raiden and he's like, "We need to fucking do war and shit. We'll do it. I'll become the leader and we'll make America great again."
That's excellent.
And it's the best because he's literally Trump. I love it.
Do you think Trump like
Metal
knew?
Gear Rising MAGA before?
Do you think he knew though?
I don't think he knew because "Make America Great" was like a slogan from a previous president. So, all right, this is awful. I hate this game a lot just because it's subjecting me to this torture. I thought that was the house, but the guy just gets up and he's like, "Can I kill him?" The animations in this game aren't nearly as good as the last game.
That's your master, dude. That's your guy.
Yeah, isn't that, he's supposed to come back to and like talk to, right? But he ain't.
I
doing,
don't even know, dude. I don't even know.
He ain't doing shit.
I can't believe there's no map.
Yeah, I know.
What about like?
I mean, this time I did hit all the buttons.
Did you press L3 and R3?
There's no analog in this game, dude.
You don't know that, dude. What if they only accounted for the fucking L3 and R3?
What do you know? There's no fucking reaction on these buttons. It didn't exist.
What kind of questions do you want to be asked? I don't know. I don't have a preference. It's not necessarily a question and answers show, but if you want to ask questions,
It devolves
go
into
ahead.
that pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys have questions you're itching to hear answers to, then. But like.
All right, can we be done? Like, this really sucks.
The fact that it's like just listening to the sound of cicadas and like running around, yeah, this is gay as fuck.
It's like impressively worse than the beginning of Tenchu 1. Like,
yeah,
like the amount of effort they put into something that's demonstrably shittier is incredible.
it's a shame. I mean, this game is also considered a PS1 classic, though I don't think as much as the first game. But I really, I mean, I'm curious. I'm curious what it's like beyond this level, but like this level sucks so bad.
Water Phantom
Technique.
Technique. R1.
Oh, that's cool. Tap X slowly.
Oh,
That's just a swim.
I guess I didn't do it right.
You just tap X slowly to swim.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh,
Alright.
you can see her fucking panties, dude.
She's like 12.
Is she?
I would assume so.
How? Why? Why would you assume so?
You said this was
She
when
just
she's a
looks
little
normal.
girl.
I didn't say she was a little girl. I just said it was a prequel.
I assume she was like 5 right now. I hope she's not a full-grown adult and needs to learn how to swim.
Did you? Who is the bigger dick, you or Mark? Probably Mark.
Mark is a big dick.
Mark is a huge dick. Do you believe in free will? No.
It's a bad meme.
Can you skip this training level? We thought so. Someone said we could by going back to the house, but it didn't seem to work.
Yeah, everything is bad about Tenchu 2. Tenchu 2 long tutorial. Should have just said Tenchu 2.
I can see being into this if I really wanted to experience running around a feudal Japanese backyard.
Right now I just feel like I'm a background character in Inuyasha.
Inuyasha!
Kagome!
Inuyasha!
Kagome!
Kagome!
Do you remember when that was just the commercial for Inuyasha on Adult
Yes,
Swim?
yes I do. I was really into Inuyasha. as a
I wasn't
kid.
really into Inuyasha.
According to Victor, Inuyasha holds up.
It's like the same show.
I don't
There's like one season of the show repeated 8 times.
So as a kid I was really into it, and even back then it felt like it was shit because it just felt like nothing would ever happen. Like
Right.
all they would ever do is they'd find Naraku, they'd try to fight him, Miroku would be fucking worthless because he'd always have the stupid poison insects, so he couldn't use the wind tunnel. And then, like, they'd use Wind Scar a bunch of times to kill a bunch of demons, and Naraku would run away. And it was just like, who the fuck cares?
It's just the same thing.
And then, like, I saw a random episode of it on, like maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and just, like, the animation was so fucking bad, and, like, the voice acting was so fucking bad that I was like, wow, Inuyasha holds up like garbage. And then Victor and Hope had watched the final chapter. Do you know about that thing?
No.
That, like, 10 years later, they made, like, a final 26-episode arc to finish off the series.
What?
Yeah, because the manga had, you know, concluded, and the anime had gone for, like, 140 episodes, but it didn't have the ending. So, like, they came back in, like, 2012 and made, like, another 26 episodes to finish off the show.
How did I not hear about that?
And, like, Naraku turns into a giant CG spider at the end or something. Victor, like, told me about it. He was just making fun of it and saying it was, like, retarded. But then I guess him and Hope have just been, like, leaving it on Netflix, and he's like, yeah, it's actually good. He's like, he I can't tell how much he's memeing because he keeps insisting that Inuyasha is the only anime that matters and that it's the only the only anime he needs in his life, and that he could just watch Inuyasha forever. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He's gotta
like,
be memeing on you.
Because, like, I will admit, the first, like, 3 or 4 episodes of Inuyasha are great. Like, the first few episodes are legitimately interesting. And then, like, as soon as they introduce the central narrative, it immediately goes to shit. At least that's how I felt. But Victor is insisting that, like, it shockingly holds up. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. But, it was 2008 that the final act came out. It didn't feel that long ago.
Okay. Yeah, I get it.
We got $5 from Odd Toya saying, join me in taking on the sauce. You know what they say, pitter patter. And I swear to fucking Christ, every time I tip, you peek the fucking mic. Here's the...
We're excited that you love us.
Yeah.
Okay, your key meter tells you what the enemy is feeling. I get it. Is that the end of the tutorial? Can I leave?
Google says you have to go into the white sliding door of the highest house.
Oh, so it was in the wrong house?
I don't know. I don't know if it was the wrong house, but you go to the white sliding door.
I don't fucking know. I don't even know how to get back to the house. I'm so far away, and the draw distance is so shit.
Far away, but I'm never giving up.
Oh, man.
That is the white sliding door, isn't it?
That is the white sliding door.
Climb up this house.
I wonder if I had to put my weapons away and talk to him.
That would be hilarious. Tomorrow never... Is it that door? That door on the left there?
Is that a door? I don't think it's a door.
I mean, it is, but it's not an openable one. Try. Maybe this isn't the highest house. Try a higher house. Climb on top of this house and see if you can spot a higher house.
Let's do it. This is my ninja skills.
Just keep on with it.
Stop that play. Dun, dun, dun. That's the only ninja I want to play as. Dun, 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 dun.
Maybe it's that white sliding.
Oh god, the game's so good.
What game are you talking about? Oh, there's a higher house.
Oh, can I use my ninja
Till
run?
I reach a higher house. Till I reach a higher house. Well,
is there a higher house?
There might be an even higher house, dude. We're gonna have to go to the highest.
Can you take me higher?
To a house where the white sliding door. No, it might be that other white sliding door though. There was another one right over there. Yeah, no, you just drop this. Going out to the left. Do that white.
Oh, it looks like there's something in
Hey,
here.
that door slid.
Oh, it's like at the door that slides.
Yeah. Oh, hey!
Oh my god. What a painful experience.
That was the shittiest tutorial level I've seen in a while.
Yeah, that was bad.
I just remembered, new Mario Party. Y'all should get 2 other people to get on that shit for a stream. I hate Mario Party. How about you?
I'm pretty not a fan.
I mean, Mario Party 10 sucked.
Whoa!
balls.
I just got fucking dunked.
Mario Party 3 is the only good Mario Party.
That's probably fair. Oh, now he's like testing you, I guess.
Yeah, this is the final test. Look out for traps. Sometimes water conceals another path. Find your way out of the underground area. What if I don't want to?
I remember when I was young, I argued with my cousin who is stronger between Inuyasha and Gargomon.
Whoa. Now that's an argument.
Which one is Gargomon?
He's the bunny with the Gatling gun arms. All right, this the combat's already just as bad as the last game, maybe worse. Oh, this sucks. This sucks ass.
It seems slower.
It's way slower. Everything
Why is it like this?
Way slower and not nearly as good. I can't believe I just spent all this time getting ready for this. The animation's worse. The feel is worse. Everything is worse. Wow.
Digi, is Davu really not going to be in the next few Ghibli casts? I'm assuming it's because he has to work on the Steins Gate video this month. Yes. I think he's also probably finishing his game. But
I'm really
we already
excited for
recorded
it.
Porco Rosso without him. It's good anyway, though. Everybody liked the movie,
I guess
so.
the torches now do damage to you instead of before when they did.
Why is this
nothing.
game so confusing? Who the hell knows? You know, if they wanted to make... what if they made a ninja stealth game that played like Phantom Pain? Imagine how different and cool a ninja's moveset would work in an engine like that.
It'd be cool.
I mean, wasn't Phantom Pain like I feel like ninjas don't have a super complex set of movement.
Yeah, they do. They can like run on walls and shit.
Yeah, but like Phantom Pain has like 1,000 million things in it, doesn't it?
No.
I don't know. I didn't play it. It didn't look interesting at all.
The gameplay was great. The story was atrocious. I should say the gameplay was great. The core mechanics were good. The everything else was bad. Everything else was bad. I played it for 80 hours.
People who hate Mario Party have a fundamental misunderstanding of video games. People who like Mario Party have a fundamental misunderstanding of fun.
Yeah. I don't even disagree with that.
I also feel that way about all board games, but...
No, you're wrong on that front.
Did you see the guy... Actually, this might have been in my Discord. There was a guy who was saying that like he really thought I should play a board game called Secret Hitler.
Whoa! I
heard
want to
of
play
this
the
game?
board game called Secret
All
Hitler.
right, well then you should look. I almost told him like you should tell Tom about this instead because I don't give a fuck. But because he introed with like, oh, this is like the board game for people, like the intro board game for people who don't like board games. I'm like, I've heard that about like 30 different board games. But it's a game where basically
oh my god, the combat is so bad.
it's like one of you is secretly Hitler and the others all have to like figure it out, I guess. And I don't really know much more than that. This guy was like really hyping it up. Quirbler says, "What a shitload of fuck." Yeah.
Pretty much.
Someone said this looks like it controls like Asian Lara Croft, and I have to say it could be that they tried to make it like more Tomb Raider-esque or something. I don't even know. I don't know why they made these design changes. They're very bizarre.
And not good.
No.
The opposite of good. Bad even.
Which Mario Party was the one with the super complex boards?
Fucking
know.
Christ. Also, the hook shot thing, or the grappling
played
hook, is demonstrably less good in this game. 9 times out of 10, you
Yeah,
miss.
what the fuck?
It's
Like,
so fuck. This game is a travesty.
this definitely seems like it's much worse than
It's
the first game.
Awful.
But I'd have to really play both to say for sure, and I am interested in doing such.
Look how bad these animations are compared to the other ones, where you felt like the ultimate badass.
I do kind of like the hold on the like shine after you do your moves. That's kind of cool. Like the stuff.
I hate it.
Mario Party 8 made me better at masturbating.
I can believe it.
Mischief Makers and Star Fox 64 still love playing on N64. I would
Star
love
Fox.
to. I really.
How am I back where I started? What the fuck?
I really would love to do Mischief Makers on IM Games. Tom actually owns it physically and knows nothing about it.
It's actually not mine. It was one of my friends let me borrow it, and then I never played it.
Fucking dope, dude.
Dude, I lost that guy's friendship because I became a brony. Fun fact.
That's hilarious.
We were working on like doing like he was like a big he was also a huge fan of M-Dot, and I knew him in high school, but we were never friends then, but like we reconnected after, and he was like, yeah, I got into M-Dot and I realized like M-Dot, and like, oh, like, you're actually cool and shit, like you want to hang out, and I'm like, all right, fine. And so we were just hanging out and stuff. We were playing games. We were talking about like doing like because he was a musician. I was like doing 3D sort of at the time, like not 3D, but like what was I doing? I was doing like some sort of like art project at the time. I was like, we should like combine our powers and shit. I was like, all right. But at the time, I was also getting into MLP, and I had a bunch of commissions to do, and I was going to BronyCon. So I was like, yeah, I got to finish these commissions up. But after that, like, fuck it. Like, I'd much rather work on this than do pony shit. Let's get on it. And he was too impatient. He's like, you're a faggot who's not doing anything, so I hate you, and I never want to talk to you again. I'm like, okay. Then he went to California. I've never heard from him since.
That's fucking weird.
He was a weird guy. But yeah, he was like Japanese, so he like had a bunch of like crazy import Japanese shit. And he let me borrow Mischief Makers and the Shadow of Colossus for PS2, and I still have both of those because I was mad at him and I didn't give them back. All right, I don't know where to go. This game sucks.
Where do I go?
What do I do?
What do I do?
I'm just going around in a loop. They said something about water has a secret path, but I haven't seen any water.
Is that water?
I think that's smoke.
I think that's a trap that you had to look at.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, let me see that.
have some fun.
Here, you can have this.
Put it in your nest machine and have a good old time.
Good old time. We if you can't tell, we rewatched most of Sequelitis last night. Everything but the Zelda video, because I'd watched that recently as well. But like, while I was playing Mega Man to gather footage, we were like, wouldn't it be hilarious if we watched Mega Man Sequelitis at the same time? And, oh, I guess that's a trap.
Yeah, this game's terrible.
Okay, so you went up there already, right?
Yeah, you're just going around in a circle right now. It's stupid.
I mean, is there nothing?
What about the sign that says up? I figured we're going
what
up,
sign
right?
that says up? Why does it just feel like everything is slower?
Doesn't it like not feel as good?
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Loveshorn asks, how's my new desktop treating you? It's okay. The biggest problem with it right now is that I didn't realize at the time of purchase that it has no SATA 3 ports. So it's only SATA 2, so the SSD runs like a dog. And I think the graphics card I bought to put into it is defective, and because I have lots of weird graphical issues.
Tom, do you ever actually like make a PC that works, or is it always just hell?
No, there's usually it's only all the technology that I've
Wait, is this
touched.
new? Did you go here?
I don't think I went here yet.
Okay, well,
This
I don't
looks
know
new-ish.
what the fuck happened that.
Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe I did. I don't think so.
Even know what the
I don't
fuck
remember
they
those
did
falling
differently.
platforms unless I just ran by them so quickly I didn't even notice. But yeah, no, most of my computers that I build do work.
Why is it just that lately everything has been fucking not?
I think the reason you hate technology is because you're cursed, and now I've caught it.
I have been long cursed with technology, that it's always been a bad for me.
But I'm just using the computer right now just for my work. Like, we were going to split it and use it as a render machine, but that hasn't happened yet. So, because you said you might pay for half of it if you want to use it for rendering, but that conversation...
Wait, when did this conversation happen? I don't even remember this.
Yeah, you were excited about it coming in too, and we were saying maybe we would pay half of it each, and we both use it as a dedicated render machine, like we would just like send renders to it.
Oh.
But that didn't end up happening.
I don't even fucking. That must have been a while ago.
I mean, that was like almost 3 months ago at this point.
Well, then yeah, I don't remember that at all. All right, so is this just where I started?
I think this is where you started. I think you went all the way back to the beginning.
Boy, okay.
That's why all the dead corpses are there. You know?
Yeah, that would make sense. We can stop the stream sometime soon, by the way. We don't have to do this all fucking night.
We are at 3 hours right now.
Hey, we just got a new
Mr.
guy.
Thug Isolation just became
Whoa,
a
Mr. Thug
subscriber.
Isolation. That's a sick fucking name.
That's pretty dope.
It's a reference to an album by Lil Ugly Mane, who's one of my fucking favorite people. Alright, I'm gonna try to find my way through this level, and either failing that or succeeding that, we will stop the stream. So, anybody who wants to talk, say some shit now.
Lethargic
Speak
Logic
now,
says,
friend.
what am I learning in Python right now? I'm just going through Automate the Boring Stuff with Python. It's like an ebook that's like written for stupid people about how Python works. It's pretty good. Ben recommended it to me. That's what he used to learn Python. And it's a good call. So I'm just kind of doing really basic shit right now. This is a shitty game.
Alright, so this is where...
This is where I started looping around. There is a sign if you go, like, keep going down. Like, back down there.
Hold on, I just want to see. So you must have gone down here.
Yeah, I
in the
killed that
first
guy.
place.
Mm-hmm.
And then you somehow ended up going back up.
Yeah, because you go around, you loop back up, and end up back here again.
Is this somewhere from before?
Yeah, we've already been here.
How?
But it's not, like, this is, like, it just loops you back to that ledge. It's very odd.
I don't comprehend.
Alright, there's an up sign right there. So is there something up?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
So it's this ledge.
Okay. I thought this meant the staircase was up.
I guess not.
Alright. Well, that's annoying.
Now here I go again. Everything is alien. How does it feel to be outstripped by the race of cultural change? Oh. Water is the way.
It did say water would be a secret path, right?
So they added swimming. Like, everyone's least favorite game mechanic is what they added to this game.
Yeah,
So,
not a good call.
thank you
Well,
for
maybe
that.
maybe there was swimming in the other one. We just hadn't gotten to it yet.
I don't know. But either way, it really feels like they tried to make this more like Tomb Raider, which is a very strange feeling.
Keyblade says, does
Like,
anyone
so far
else-
this is not even a stealth game. It's
No.
just like an action
You're
platformer
just
that
in the-
plays like Tomb Raider.
Ready for the
Oh, you
bad-
have to draw your weapons? What the fuck?
Yeah, you double tap circle, you can put them away.
No.
You notice how the combat is just awful?
Yeah, it's definitely worse than before. Oh, God. You can't, like, turn while you're slashing anymore. Oh, the animation that she had to do when she landed on the platform. Why is everything so slow and overcomplicated? Oh, this plays like dick, dude. This legit sucks.
You're gonna die too.
Nah, dude, I got this shit. Fuck you, boy.
Alright. Someone in the chat mentioned earlier, let me just go back and try and find it. Yeah, Keyblade is like, does anyone else have a problem with modern stealth games where they obsessively, compulsively reload the save every time you get spotted? And yes, I do that all the time. That's basically how I played all of Deus Ex Human Revolution.
Oh, you tried to do it like all stealth?
I did actually do it all stealth. It was great.
Whoa. I did not. This is another one of my weird...
The biggest con in Deus Ex is getting the ghost.
Another one of my
every
weird
time.
gamer habits is that I do not like to reload saves. I prefer to live with the consequences of my actions in games. So, like, in games where there's, like, choice and it's like, oh, you want to try to do it a certain way, I'm just like, no, whatever I am stuck with, I made the choices I made in confidence, and I will live with the consequences of those choices.
Even the game over is worse. My face burns with crimson fire. My face is a tangled mass. But at last my heart is clear. The moon will not brighten this long night.
That's retarded. Alright, that's it for this stream.
Yeah, we're done.
Tenchu 2 sucks compared to Tenchu 1. Disappointing revelation, but I definitely want to play both these games and
You want to play this one?
I want to play enough of it to really know, you know.
Oh, I don't.
All right.
I'd play more Tenchu 1, but I wouldn't play more of this.
So hopefully by the next stream, we can either figure out... I mean, I don't know how we're going to figure out how to play fucking Metal Arms.
Buy a hard drive.
Oh, God. How much do you think they cost?
Too much.
We'll try to find a way to play Metal Arms, and failing that, we'll play one of the other many smorgasbord of interesting games we've got.
Toya ends the stream with another 500 bits.
Thank you.
Fuck it, no regrets. I don't give a fuck what you guys play, as long as you play DMC 3 or 5. You know what they say, pitter patter.
When DMC 5 comes out, we will definitely play it.
That's like
No
my big
question.
come of 2019 for sure.
Alright.
Max Payne 1 is awesome, dude. Jester Monocle, Legend of Dragoon, all caps.
Goodbye.